Hello, BSC family, and welcome. So, we've been quite busy around here lately, but we're doing pretty good. How is everybody else doing? We see Michael, we see Dragon Queen. Thank you for showing up. Oh, how is everybody tonight? How are you two doing tonight? Hopefully we get a little better turnout tonight. It'd be nice to have a few more than just 12 people watching tonight. Make sure to hit that like button for me, please. So I've done some recording today, and yeah, it's something big that's coming up, and I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun. I think it's gonna help out a lot of people. At least I'm hoping it's gonna help out a lot of people. How's everybody feeling tonight? Just trying to set up a couple things here. I'm not sure what I'm going to work on tonight. Kind of going through a bunch of different things and this and that, and it's like, well, what do I work on? Do I continue working on the Camaro, or do I work on something else, start something new? We got 4 people watching so far. Thank you very much. Hit that like button, and let me see, Michael. Let's see here. Michael is a member. Oh, sorry to hear that. Hey, Stephen. So, other than that, what's new with everybody that's here so far? So, yeah, I've getting ready to start something up. Hopefully, let's see, in 2 weeks' time. Yeah, so April 21st. I should be putting something out as a post on YouTube. I'll be putting out a poll, and hopefully people will react to it. And depending on how that goes, some stuff's going to start hopefully in May. I'm hoping it's going to be pretty big, and hopefully it'll be pretty helpful for a lot of people. Hey, Dominic, welcome. If anybody wants to join, let me know. I'll put the link in the chat for you. Anybody and everybody's welcome. Oh. David, welcome. Hey, Ted. Welcome. Excuse me. If anybody wants to join, I just dropped the link there for you. Make sure you hit the like button on the way in, please, and thank you. Oh. I don't know if you've seen last time. I've gotten quite a ways on the Camaro here. So there's quite a bit done. I'm working on the exhaust pipes. They're just sitting there right now. They're not glued in yet. I'm going to paint them. I'm going to wrap the headers. So there'll be a header wrap on them. Getting close to doing the rest of the engine. That'll probably happen once I put the body on. The body is pretty much ready for the glass. I got to paint the headliner and the seat belts, sun visors, and the dome light. Get that done. I can put the glass in. And then the body can go on. Oh, no. I got to put taillights and stuff in because I think they go in from behind. So I got to put them in first. Headlights go in from the front. And then I can put the body on. And then from there, well, then I can start finishing up things like the wiring. The rad hoses, I'll probably put them in before I put the body on. I can do up the front spoiler and get everything else, the last few little details in on it. Not sure if I'm going to work on that tonight or not, but we'll see. Let's see. How's Ted doing tonight? How is everybody doing tonight? Everybody else that just came in anyways. Oh, what's Ted working on tonight? Yeah, I've done a bit more work in here. A lot of my models have all been moved around. So they're all up on shelves and stuff now. I brought some plants in. I got models all on the shelf above me here. There's a shelf up here now where that light's attached. I got some more plants over there and a little tree one there. And we got, let's see, Ted. And that down here.
What's happening?
Not much. Hey, you know what? I put these freaking swivel wall mounts for my monitors. Put them up. Might as well use the darn thing. Yeah, see, I'm getting that back feed with you. Can you hear me?
There you go. Am I echoing?
Not anymore.
Not even, oh, I was echoing. I don't know why all of a sudden my phone has started echoing. I have to put on my earbuds so that it doesn't echo.
That's odd.
Yeah. Wasn't doing it before. This last, I think last week was the first time somebody mentioned it to me that now it's like, that's not right.
Yeah, it must be reverberating off of something.
Yeah, and not this time I have nothing underneath my phone.
That lamp, how long have you had that lamp?
Um,
Does that
a
look?
good 15 years.
Where's mine? Right here. Does yours have phone jacks in it?
No, no, does not.
Oh, yours doesn't have a switch on it up here either.
No, mine's at the up here at the
But I mean,
top.
it's pretty damn close. But mine's got an auxiliary power at the back and phone jacks.
Yeah, mine
But I
doesn't.
mean,
Mine, the cord goes through just goes through the center of it or through the back of it and right up to the top.
yeah, kind of
No
like this
extra.
here.
Yeah, just goes in, just goes up. There's no switches or nothing on the base.
I guess mine might be a little fancier. I've had this thing for God, I'm not even sure how long. Years. I was just looking at it going, some bitch, you got the same lamp.
Yeah, I want to say I've had that a good, 15, maybe even closer to 20 years.
Yeah. Hey, Cujo, welcome. If you want to join, I'll drop the link again, but it is up in the chat. And thanks, Dominic and Dragon. Room's getting there, slowly but surely. Still got Dad's building up some of the rest of the stuff for the door, which is shelving, and then we can put the pegboard on it. But inside the door is going to be my paint shelves. But it's been a lot of work. I put up the counter out in the other section there. And for the coffee, for the kettle and the coffee and all that stuff, and a little bar fridge underneath it. Still got to paint out there. Working on the bathroom. Dad's still making trim.
Yeah, so it sounds
It's
like
not.
your big project is getting close.
Yeah, it's getting there. Door's not done yet. It's just a 2x4 frame, as you can see, and then 3/4 inch plywood on it so far. But it is 7 foot tall and almost 48 inches. I think it's 46.5 inches wide. But inside that 2x4 frame, there's going to be shelves in there, all right? And all those
Right?
shelves, I'll put a little lip on them, and it'll hold all my paints, jars of paint and spray cans and all that stuff. And then we'll put a piano hinge on the right-hand side. So on, let's see, for you guys, let's see, up and down this edge right here, I'll put a piano hinge, and then I'll put a pegboard on it that will close against all the paint and stuff, so you won't see the paint. But it'll be a pegboard that I can put all my photo etch and 3D resin parts and bags and stuff like that. It'll all be there.
Right.
And so the paint will be part of the door and everything else. And yeah. But it's getting there little by little. Some stuff we just got to wait. Like behind me, all the models and stuff, I'd put everything on these shelves. These shelves were in the YouTube room on the other side, but I'm getting rid of most of them are cans of paint and stuff like that, the boxes and stuff. But all that paint will go in the door once I've got the door done. Once these shelves are empty, we're going to have little cabinets across the bottom, right? So we'll have little cabinets about almost as high as the second shelf up. We'll have cabinets and then model shelves all the way up. So all my finished models will go on there pretty much as long as that shelf is right now.
Right.
So eventually that'll all be gone. But I got to be able to afford to buy the plywood and everything else. And once I get the plywood and paint it and cut it all up and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So,
It's
yeah.
definitely getting closer.
Oh, yeah. But like I said, I wanted it usable by the middle of the first week of April. And, well, it was.
Unfortunately, my hobby room is the kitchen because I live in an apartment right now. So
Better than not having a spot to do it.
right, exactly.
And outside, we got Dad and I. We've got his bedroom floor completely framed, insulated, and sheeted. And we got it covered in plastic because next 4 days is supposed to be rain, so we don't want the insulation getting wet.
Yeah, it's raining here right now. Just started just before I got on. I was like, oh yeah.
8 people watching, 9 people watch. Thank you very much. I'm still trying to figure out different settings for YouTube and my what do you call it? OBS. I mean, my camera is good for 1080p.
Oh, okay.
But yet I see it's still not the best picture in YouTube. Now, I'm just wondering, because I've got a 4-into-1 selectable USB hub, powered USB hub. But I mean, it was cheap. It was off of Amazon. Is that possible? Hey, Joe. I'm just wondering if that's a possible spot for, like noisy picture kind of thing, as they would call it, making the picture grade. It's going into that hub, and then the hub's going into the computer, and blah blah blah. So all these little things I might start upgrading to a better quality, and hopefully that helps. And then the only next thing from there, really, I mean, is upgrading StreamYard, so that it will project 1080p. Because I highly doubt it's OBS. OBS is used by even big studios. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's OBS causing the problem. Nobody else. I don't think it's YouTube, because everybody else can project clearly on YouTube. Unless you got really crappy internet. But you know what I mean? Like the average person has got a clear picture. It's not my tower. Not my tower, because this tower used to be my stepson's, and it's a built-up gaming tower. I'm using an expensive graphics card and everything else.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like the graphics card can handle 4K, no problem. So to me, I think it's probably the junctions and stuff, like the lower quality junctions that I have from Amazon. I may have to look into a better USB hub.
Right.
That's what I'm using right now. It's virtual camera. Like, and all the settings. I mean, let's see. Yeah, that's what I'm using right now is virtual camera. And I've got all the settings up as high as it'll let me go. And so I think it's just the bad, the cheap stuff that I'm using, and I'm just going to have to upgrade, bite the bullet and upgrade at some point.
Yeah, that could be, because it's like, when I look at it on mine, it's like it's clear and then it goes blurry and then it goes clear and then it goes blurry. It's like
Yeah.
trying to compensate for something.
Yeah. And see, if like me looking at StreamYard right now, like me and you on StreamYard, my picture is perfectly clear. I mean, there is not even a
Yeah. Oh yeah.
wave in the lines in here.
And it's like looking at because I'm on my phone, so I can only see StreamYard, and
Yeah.
my picture is crystal
You,
clear, and yours is like I said, it's going in and out.
yeah, because I've even got my focus locked, so it's not even the focus going in and out.
Right.
Hello, Andrew.
Hey,
What's going on, Andrew?
good. How are you?
Doing
I'm
good.
doing good. Oh, I did a recording today for something that I'm hoping is going to happen. I think I mentioned it to you guys before about doing a video podcast.
Oh yeah. I remember you talking about that.
So I did my kind of explanation intro video for doing that and how it's going to work and how I'm hoping it's going to pan out and stuff like that, and what the whole point of the video podcast is for, things like that. So
What are you guys building?
kind of just an introduction video to it.
I'm building the snake and the mongoose.
Snake Mungus?
Yeah.
Famous drag racers.
Mm-hmm.
They
And that's
they
the thing is
started a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah, they did. I remember seeing these two cars at Detroit Dragway when I was a kid.
No, I'm not that old,
Yeah.
but I watched a movie about them, how they started stuff and the problems one guy would have, and how they were friends, how they became enemies, and all kinds of stuff. How they were pegged against each other all the time.
Yeah, isn't that on Amazon Prime or something like that?
Something.
Because I remember seeing an advertisement, I think, for it, but I haven't watched it yet.
You figure it's the camera doing that, Dominic? Because like I said, I've got my focus locked right now. I can unlock it. If I unlock it, see how it adjusted itself.
Wife and kid, man. No, they were biters.
You can see that it's bouncing around because it's trying to focus.
Yeah.
See, but if I lock it, then it's locked in this position. It's blurry up here, but it's clear down here, unless I unlock it and let it focus on something different.
Not really.
But I don't think it's the camera because, like I said, I mean, the picture on StreamYard is perfectly clear.
It was always like this. Oh, yeah.
You know, but going through YouTube, you know, my picture ends up blurry.
It was it ice cream?
Let's see
Well, upgraded my life.
if I go to.
The US
I'm on 360p right now, but even if I jump it up to 720,
when everything went to
even on 720, it's, you know, I'm frozen on YouTube now. Oh no.
It was over too. Fishing at full time.
Yeah.
That's my peak.
I don't know what it is.
What are you, Brian? What'd you do when it all went bad?
But it's a pain in the butt, I know that.
That's a lie.
It would probably make it worse. But I can get rid of it for a minute. I can even get rid of this because it's got kind of a texture to it. So see if that helps any.
This is all stuff.
You've done all right here. I mean, this can't. First, I'll say since all this started.
Place, Brian. Want that again.
Yeah, it's not helping any either. It's almost like it's got a blur motion in, activated or something.
Good place.
This place is good too, right?
Talk about it someday. Brian won't say a word.
I say leave the past in the past.
Well,
Eventually, I'll get it figured out.
don't say that. Okay? You wanna get out here? Yeah. Thanks for the suds. Be safe.
Gone.
You sure? I got a couple of skunky beers left.
I mean, even the camera. I mean, I spent like about $100 on the camera.
Thanks.
Brian, the room's leaking again.
She fixed that, man.
That's the problem. I don't know if I can right now.
When you
I don't think it would reach that far. Yeah, it would. I wonder what would happen if I unplug my camera.
that's five.
Hey, well, I'm unplugging my camera.
Damn. Hand me that one. You know he's dead, right? Same.
Yeah, I may have to leave and come back.
Trade the drink out of the way.
Hmm?
Put him down himself.
Hey,
No, he left us.
You left us. How good.
Oh, there he is. He's back.
Hey, living here. She's gonna be living with me pretty well.
How good is he?
So, you know. Yeah, they brought you back. Lucky. I couldn't do that again. Couldn't risk it. I was gonna lose him. I'm not gonna lose him.
You got the worst people.
You don't think you can keep this place safe? Try.
okay. Right now, that should be
Yeah, you're here.
just the camera, no hub. But that's not through OBS either.
Should take it some
That is direct camera. So a little better, I guess.
Yeah, it does look a little better. It's not like going in and out of blurriness to me. I mean, that's just their StreamYard. I don't know what they're seeing on YouTube.
Yeah, I'll try to switch it back to OBS. See if that does any difference. Well, that's the thing. It's OBS is frozen. That's why.
Brian? Shaking. What is it? What was it?
Listen up! What was left of Martinez and pictures. Looked like he was hitting some golf balls. Got drunk. Fell in.
Camera systems, eh? Yeah, see, it's about the same no matter how you do it. No, it's not Pornhub, that's for sure.
Whenever we get through this, together. We'll find some kind of way to do a vote in the next couple of days. For now,
No, it's just a cheap hub from Amazon. It's called Sobrent. It's called Sobrent. It's got 4 ports. You can hook up a power supply to it. And then it just you can select which camera or port you want to use.
medical supplies. There are 100 questions and people are
Yeah.
looking for
I don't know.
well, that's hard to lead. Yeah, we can use some help.
Can't seem to tell which one is more clear, using OBS or just straight camera.
How many? 10. Maybe less. They got a lot of supplies.
Did that pass again?
Maybe we should take them in.
How will you see?
Do you leave us again?
We don't want to hurt nobody. Neither do I. But we need no supplies.
Wrong button.
No more stuff. Why not? We need this stuff. We need this stuff.
Oh well. I'll figure it out sooner or later.
And that'll be one of those things that, you'll decide, okay, that's enough, and then you'll start swapping out parts, to something
Yeah.
a little higher quality, and then as soon as you swap one out, it'll be like, oh, okay, that's what it was. It
Yeah.
was that one.
Well, that's exactly it. That's exactly it. Is what is doing it?
Right? And start with the least expensive ones and start swapping them out.
American internet. American internet. Well, let's see. It's probably all Chinese-made crap.
Yeah.
It's a Canadian company supplying the internet, but most of the internet companies or most of the internet stuff comes from the U.S. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
StreamYard is probably a U.S.-based company. YouTube is a U.S.-based company. Google, I believe, is a U.S.-based company. OBS is a U.S.-based company. So, I mean,
Those damn Americans. Jesus Christ.
now it very well could be the fact that I have satellite internet. And I mean, it is the best that I can get out here right now. So, I mean, it very well could be that.
Right.
The signal might kind of come and go. And I know like the latency is horrible on this internet, like on the satellite. I think the latency is almost in the 600s, 600 milliseconds. And that's a lot.
Brian, stop. We need to leave. What are you talking about?
Maybe my glasses are dirty. I don't know.
Well, then there's an issue with my glasses too, because mine looks crystal clear, Andrew's looks crystal clear, and yours is not as clear as ours is.
Yeah. And like I said, I mean, here on StreamYard, for me, all three of us are perfectly clear. Oh, I know. Like right now, the best, I went from 50 megabytes down and 1 megabyte up, right? Now with the new system, I'm 100 megabytes a second down and 10 megabytes up. And that's the best I can get. We don't have, we can get Bell Alliant, which is, house phone, satellites, it's a landline kind of thing.
Right.
It is unlimited, but it is a telephone line. It's slow as shit. It's got great latency. I think latency is only like 130 something, as opposed to my 600 and some, right? But yeah, if I were to upload, I used to use theirs. The in-laws, they have the Bell, and uploading a 20-minute video was about 5 hours to upload it.
Oh, geez.
Even though it's unlimited, it's got great latency, but to upload is I think they're running at probably 0.01 megabytes a second upload, I swear. So when I got my satellite going 50 down and 1 up, 1 megabyte a second upload, I was uploading a 20-minute video in roughly half an hour, as opposed to their 5 to 7 hours, depending on how big the video was. And now with this new one, the Jupiter 3 that I've got, 100 down and 10 up, a 20-minute video takes me 15 minutes. You know.
Wow.
Mm.
That wasn't close.
No, it's not Starlink. It's a Canadian-based satellite. It's called ExploreNet. So yeah, I mean, it may never get much better. I mean, the camera is capable of 1080p. So if I bought the subscription for StreamYard, then I could at least broadcast in 1080p, because the free only lets you do 720.
Oh, okay.
Right. So I'm limited to 720. That's the best I can broadcast with the free StreamYard. So unfortunately, that's probably the way it's just going to have to be. Is, you know, it's not perfectly clear. If too many people complain about it, well then it's easy to fix that. No more live streams.
But then again, if that's all that's not clear is just your live streams and your videos upload fine, then maybe
Oh yeah,
it is
videos.
that. Maybe it is the
Videos.
the satellite internet.
Yeah. I mean, the videos are perfect. That's not a problem. It's just the live streams that are, they're blurry. And so, but oh well. If you're building models, that's why when I do my video podcast, I'm not doing it live. I'm doing a pre-recorded.
Oh, you're gonna do a recorded and then
Yeah. This way my videos are perfectly clear.
right.
And I can edit out stuff that we don't need. You know, you got to do a private stream kind of thing, which I'm hoping. Yeah, if I do a private stream, it'll record it just fine. But if I broadcast it, then it's, that's when it gets blurry.
Right.
But when I do the private stream, a bunch of guys getting together, trying to be serious. You do some of it, and then you start joking around. Oh, we got to get back to it. So I'll be able to edit a lot of the stuff, right? And then create a video and put out the podcast.
Everything it takes to protect. Now you join me. I promise you, you'll never have to worry about whether you do the right thing or the wrong thing.
Yeah, I
got-
wish. I wish I could do it that quick, but no. I'm out here in butt crack,
I got this.
butt crack bush country, What's that, Andrew?
I got this. The repeller.
A little propeller? You building an airplane?
Yeah. I got this done.
That's looking good. Got the interior all painted, the cockpit area.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, keep that up, Cujo, and I'm not going to be your friend no more.
Who?
697 up, or 97 down, and 655 up. I wish. Hell, even my dreams don't go up that high. I think there's days it takes me 20 minutes just to freaking fall asleep. And then my dreams are probably only broadcasted in freaking 380p or whatever.
Yeah, fucker.
You dropped the blade, didn't you?
No, I didn't drop the blade. I had my square all, clamped in here, and I dropped something on the floor, and I went to get it, and I hit one of the clamps, and everything went, it's like spring loaded,
Everywhere.
Yeah, it went everywhere. I'm sure somebody's laughing
Okay,
at me in the
Joe,
chat.
thanks for stopping by, Joe. Yeah, I would love to have fiber optic. Seems like every time I move, the spot that I move from ends up getting fiber optic. I've done it 3 times now. Move somewhere, move away from one spot, and all of a sudden, oh, we can get fiber optic there now. Thanks. But I know they're not. We live in a mountainous bush here, so I know they're not going to be bringing fiber optic out here. I mean, our laneway to the house is kind of gravel, but it's got a lot of shelf sticking up through the laneway. I mean, you can't
Right.
dig here. There's no way. I mean, we can't even put a garden in. We might have 5-6 inches of dirt in some spots if we're lucky. It's one of the biggest problems around here. When it gets windy and rainy, the ground, the very little ground that we have, gets so saturated, the wind pushes the trees over, takes out power lines all the time. Welcome back, Andrew. You're being asked for an instant replay, Ted.
Yeah, I see that. I think I'll pass. Yeah, and the thing of it was that I wasn't expecting it, so of course it scared the shit out of me.
You having problems, Andrew?
No. The picture was popping up.
You keep going away.
The picture was popping up.
At 14 watching, thank you very much. Don't forget to hit that like button for me, please. And if you're, I don't think there's anybody new here, but if you are new, definitely check out the people that are on screen and the people that are in the chat. Make sure you give them a follow and a like. Somebody stole the cylinder heads. Where are they? Hello, cylinder heads. I don't see any cylinder heads. Valve covers. Oh, I already cut them off. That's why I can't find them. For sakes. Oh, it's been a long day. I know that music. What's that music from?
Dog dead.
Oh, yeah. So I guess you're not going to be doing any renovations there, Ted, eh?
No, not so much.
No repaints or,
Nope.
are you even allowed to paint the walls or what?
Yeah, we're allowed to, but I ain't doing it.
You got to put them. I know some places they'll let you, but you have to put it back to a neutral color when you leave, kind of thing.
Yep. Yep, that's exactly the way this place is.
Yeah. I had a real bad apartment manager one time, like apartment owner, and he tried doing all kinds of stuff, raising rents and all kinds of different things without the proper way. So then he started trying to do eviction notices, and he kept doing them wrong. So I just looked at the lawyer and they go, yeah, nope, sorry, you don't have, that's not the way it needs to be done, blah, 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 this and that. Once he actually finally got it right, I went out and I bought like things like black paint, real dark sapphire blue paint, like all the darkest, hardest colors to cover. Like dark maroon, and I painted every room was a different dark color. He says, "There you go, buddy. Have fun. Have fun." Trying to cover those dark colors. Oh God. He probably spent a fortune trying to get that painted.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Look at it.
Yeah, It's not. See, it's same thing too, Cujo. It's like out here. I mean, on this entire road, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
7.
7, 8. I think there's 9 houses on this road, and it's well for you guys. What? 18 miles long. So it's not worth a company to bring out fiber optic to us. You know, like it's not even worth it. That's one reason we'll never get fiber optic out here. Because it's just not feasible for the money and what it's worth to bring it out this far. Typical AMT, 1.5 pins, alignment pins. They only give you 2 pins to align this with, but you know, let's only give you half a pin on one of them. What are you working on today, Cujo? What are you printing? You gonna jump in, Cujo?
Come on, Cujo, jump in.
See, the young guy said so. You have to now.
Cujo, Cujo.
Figured I'd start working on the hobby barn group build.
Yeah, I haven't started on that yet. I
I'm
keep saying I'm
starting on
gonna
it.
do I'm gonna do a video on it, and I haven't done it yet.
I haven't done a video on it yet either, but I'm starting on it. I'll make a video later. Going, yeah, this is what I'm going to build. Still waiting for the decals to show up, so I'm not too worried. Figured I'd buy like 6 set or three sets of each. I've been looking into doing electroplating, and
Do your own
I'm
chrome pieces.
thinking basically, yeah, you do get the conductive spray, right? The electrical conductive spray, and then do nickel plating, polished nickel.
Right.
Because technically, that's what chrome plating is, right? Is they do well, if you get the expensive chrome, they do the copper plating first, and they use the
Yep.
copper as a kind of like a body filler, right? They smooth out the imperfections, blah blah blah, polish the copper, and then do the nickel plating, make sure that's perfect, and then they put it in the chemical bath that makes it nice and bright for the chrome.
Yeah, because that's what you call it does for their chrome. Um, uh, Savinos.
Yeah.
You know, that's why their chrome is so hard to strip, and you know, like if you go to sand it and stuff too, you got to sand through that damn copper to get to the plastic, so
Yeah.
you can glue it to something.
Yeah. And see, I figured, I can make all the copper sulfate solutions and all that stuff. I could do zinc if I wanted to, nickel, but the chrome solution is expensive. So I'd probably stop at the nickel and polish the nickel. And that should be more than good enough for car models.
Right. Oh, come on, let it go.
Have a good one, Dominic. Thanks for stopping in.
Hello. No, you didn't glue that already, did you?
I can take part.
Okay. Yeah, don't glue it together yet. Did you already glue it?
Yeah, I can take part.
No. Ooh. Don't do that with a knife. Don't do that with a knife.
It's good. I can take part.
I know, but don't do that with a knife, though. Yeah, you can't glue them together yet. Okay? Not yet. Because you gotta paint. That little thing black. The little stuff that's white.
I tried the glue.
I know. You gotta paint it black. You gotta paint that black. And then this. Did you just paint that again?
Yeah, on the other side.
Okay. And then that I think has another piece that goes to it.
I only got these out of the way.
Okay. Yeah, but you gotta clean them up, okay? Where
I did clean them up.
yeah, they gotta fit good. So you gotta make sure they're gonna fit good for you. You gotta clean up the little bit of flash. Make them look real good. Who's on there?
Uh,
I just wanted to say thank you.
How's everybody doing?
I will be
Good. And you?
I'm doing good.
How was it?
Good. Everybody's focused. Nobody's talking.
How
it
was
was
work?
focused. No one talking.
Everybody. What's
Mr.
up,
Ed.
Hey,
Lewis? Teddy O'Mayo. How you doing, brother? Mark?
All right.
everybody's focused. No one's talking.
Yeah, see, buddy, you gotta read the because there's a pin that went in there before you glued that together. Have you already?
Sarge,
No.
brother.
Okay, just leave them, let them dry. Okay,
David.
because there's a pin that goes in that one, and then paint these black, like I told you. These,
Chuck.
look, that gets painted black very carefully. That gets painted black very carefully. Okay,
Okay.
and let's watch out for this knife.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Good.
Good.
That's good.
Oh, I'm here. Does that count?
Live, huh?
Does that count?
Well, better than the alternative anyway.
Yeah, some days.
You're on this side of the ground, you know, that's better than the alternative.
That's right. I'm on the correct side of the dirt.
Exactly.
I was gonna say, it definitely caught me while I was concentrating on something. That's for sure. Because
Nothing wrong with that.
I'm trying not to screw this up.
I hear you.
Hey, Cliff, welcome. More than welcome to jump in if you want. I saw you sent me a request or something the other day to join RecFest. Is RecFest something you have to download or buy the game?
Video game. It's a video game.
Yeah, but is it one that you can download or do you have to buy the physical copy for it?
I believe you can download it.
You probably need freaking PS Plus to get it.
No, I want to say it's available on Steam. If you've got a PC, you can get it on Steam.
Oh, on Steam, but I mean, to put it on the PS4, I probably need the PS Plus to get it.
Oh, yeah, if you want
Unless
to
it's
download it for a console, probably. I don't have any consoles. I don't play consoles, so I couldn't tell you one way or the other. My video gaming is purely PC.
It could be one of those games that are cheap to get kind of thing. You don't need the PS Plus.
I have no idea.
Put it in there.
Hey, Marcy.
Marcy's on it. You're doing really good, though. I'm very impressed. You're doing really good.
Mm-hmm. Want some?
I don't have PS5. I'm not that rich. Come on now.
I don't have PS anything.
Best I get. I got the 1, 2, 3, and the 4. I haven't played any games on the PS4 for like, I don't know, 4 years, 3 or 4 years now.
Oh wow.
Oh, I got it hooked up to the TV in the bedroom, and all we use it for is watching Disney Plus and Prime. Watch YouTube at night.
Yeah.
That's all we use it for.
Yeah. All my gaming is PC gaming. I'm not a console guy. Never have been.
Yeah, his stepson's kind of like that. He does a lot of PC game. He does have his Xbox, but he does a lot more of the PC gaming than he does anything else.
See, now the thing of it is, about the
Hey,
time
Dan.
that all these PC games or all the games and all this stuff came out, I had better things to do because I had a '67 Chevelle, a teenager in Agora Hills, California. I had much better things to do than sit around and play video games.
Yeah, once thing is, like, obviously I'm younger, but I had like the Nintendo 64, and I had the regular Nintendo and PS1, 2. I ended up picking up the 3, but at that point I was hitting what, 15, 16. So yeah, I was getting into the high school, things like that. PS4 I just got because, I still liked gaming, but I also lived in the middle of, butt crack country. So, but I was big into like free building in Minecraft.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Free building. Like I was building castles and airships and dragon coliseums and like filling an entire world with all kinds of stuff. I still have it all, but I haven't worked on that for, like I said, 3 or 4 years now. I'd play a lot of the racing games, like Paradise City and things like that. Got into the Sniper Elite. Games like that kind of thing. I didn't like the Call of Duty stuff. I hate trying to command people. Like all the different people under you. It's like, oh, go over here. Oh, you do this. Oh, you do that. No, Sniper Elite. It's just you, and you take out your targets.
Yeah. Last console I played was Super Nintendo. If it's okay for me to show my age a little bit here.
Yeah, I played Super Nintendo and all that stuff.
I was gonna say I think the PS2 was the highest one I had and that was my 2 oldest kids would play that.
We still have the Atari, Dad and I.
Oh wow.
And it still works fine. Night Driver and Breakout and Space Invaders.
Oh, I love Space Invaders.
Space Invaders, Pitfall. That was what we used to.
My favorite though was Legend.
Don't remember that one.
Your character was just a square block, and you went around.
Okay.
Sword looked like an arrow. You had to kill dragons that looked more like ducks. Bats could fly along and grab your key if you had a key. Grab your sword if you had your sword. And you had to get keys to unlock various castles and get this item from this castle, take it to this other castle over here to get this item. And it was your eventual goal was to get a special chalice, a special like rainbow chalice.
Yeah. No, don't remember that one.
It was also the first video game to have the quote unquote Easter egg, because at that time the game devs weren't in the credits for the game.
Yeah.
So the dev for that game created a special hidden chamber in one of the castles that if you managed to find that chamber, it had a message on the wall, well, in the screen, this game developed and written by, and then whatever his name was, I forget now. But that was actually the first game to have anything like that.
The old Commodore 64.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember playing Doom. Remember playing Doom a lot on the computer.
Yeah. I also had a Tandy 1000.
Played a lot of Doom when computers first come out.
And the Tandy that I'd had when my grandfather got the computer, because it was his and then it became mine later, but when he got it, he got the upgraded RAM to have 640K RAM. Didn't have a hard drive.
God, I remember the Tandy. We're all old people.
We're not old. We're just experienced.
Right?
We're
I didn't
classic.
even know you. I didn't even know you snuck in here, Marcy.
We are not old, Marcy. We're classic.
Or vintage.
There you go. That's a good one.
Actually, most of us are over 50. We're antiques.
Not me yet.
Hey, I resemble that Mark. Never Mark.
Yeah, mine
Hey,
is on.
Tabby. Hey, Trouble, what
I'm
you
not
doing
that
over
old yet. Not far
You're
off.
close.
but
Happy.
Not that old yet.
How you doing, brother?
Hey, Fred.
Ooh, that was spicy.
Welcome.
That was spicy, but that was good.
I'm working on the hobby barn group build that I have not yet made a entry video for yet.
Yeah, I still gotta
Come
make
on,
freaking
son.
something,
Yeah.
some kind of video, because I don't have any of mine done either for any of the things I've done.
Nah, I haven't made a video yet, and I'm still waiting on the other decals to get here for it. So I just kind of haven't done it yet.
Yeah, I have my original KMA decals and the custom ones that I had made for myself for my truck that I'm doing. I need to open the box and, get with the project.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for my decals to show up, so should be sometime next week.
Yeah, I had some of that too, Pappy, but we were on the borderline of semi-rural, and we were leaning towards not being too rural. And then my parents decided moving was a thing and screwed it all up for me. So the only time I could get the farm experience after that was to go on vacation to visit family who still had farmland. And now all that's gone because their kids didn't keep it, and their kids didn't keep it.
And the government doesn't pay worth anything.
Well, it wasn't large enough that it would be considered, like a profitable business per se, but it was.
Well,
It could have been left as
closer
a
to
family homestead. It could have been a family homestead.
closer to
It could easily
hobby farm.
hobby farm.
Yeah,
A
probably
little bit
closer
bigger
to
than
hobby farm.
Yeah, homestead, hobby farm, a little bit bigger than that, but not big enough for the government to be concerned about our income, because it would be 100% to take care of the family. There wouldn't be much profit at all, and anything that would be turned right back into it to keep it going. So, but yeah, we don't even have that option. That was all. They all sacked it in and sold it. And yeah, weird for everybody.
So how's Fred tonight?
That's probably about the best kind of farm there, Pappy.
Yeah, that's basically what it would have been, but they sacrificed it all. Small part of it is still a homestead. People who bought it kept it up, but the rest of it's gone.
We bought a cow once to raise to end up eating. We never did eat the darn thing. It became too much of a pet.
Became a family member.
That thing drank. It drank my freaking Jack Daniels. It freaking followed me around the yard.
Oh, geez.
Oh yeah, you had to watch. We had a horse like that too. Found him freaking drunk once. Had a bonfire. The horse freaking rambled the yard, right? Like he just free roamed the yard. We had everything gated off. We're sitting at a bonfire, and it's dark out. And of course, Diamond, he's pitch black except for a white diamond on his forehead, right?
So you
Didn't even hear him come up behind me. Yeah, didn't hear him come up behind me. And whatever, fine. I go to reach down, grab my bottle of Jack Daniels, because back then all we did was take the lid off and throw the lid in the fireplace, and you didn't leave until the bottle was empty. And I couldn't find the freaking bottle, so I'm yelling at friends going, hey, give me my freaking bottle back. I want to freaking make another drink. Nobody had it. We ended up finding the freaking horse laying down somewhere with the bottle right next to him. He had stolen the bottle.
Different.
He stole the bottle and drank it. I'm like, you
Drunk horse. Okay.
Hey, Mr. Pappy.
What's happening?
Hey, baby.
What y'all doing? Telling old stories?
No, the worst thing we had happen was
What's going on, Fred?
Hey, Andrew.
My grandpa was a hunter, so he had hunting dogs, which lived predominantly outside unless the weather was extremely cold. Then they would be brought inside and put downstairs in the basement. My uncle, in his great wisdom, had dropped dropped some marijuana seeds in the yard, and they were next to the dog pen. And this big old tree grew up And one day we went out there, found the dogs chewing on it. So we had 2 beagles and 2 labs that were stoned off their ass. And then we had to dig said tree up because, not being legal. And actually, at that point, it's a danger because it's toxic, the amount that they would have been able to eat if we wouldn't have stopped them. But yeah, that was our stupid high animal story.
Yeah. My little brother had.
Bunch
I
of
have
stone
one.
dogs.
My little brother. He lived in Oklahoma there for a little while and had a medical marijuana card, and he got the oil, the pure extract, and he made some into some brownies, and his pit bull Xena got into the brownies.
Oh, geez. Chocolate and that.
Wow.
Girl.
Lucky the chocolate didn't kill her, let alone the rest of it.
Yeah. Well, I saw the video afterwards of while she was high. Oh my God, that poor girl.
Both of those substances could have killed her.
Reminds
I
me
had
of
a
my
friend.
Curtis. Go ahead, Fred.
No, go ahead, Mark. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say my friend Curtis, his cat Chronic. I mean, that cat knew when you smoked weed because you could rustle a baggie, chip bag, didn't matter. But as soon as you touched that baggie that had weed in it, that cat was right there on the coffee table just trying to chew it open.
Okay,
God,
you
that
want to
cat.
add some humor to that story? You said the cat's name was Chronic.
Yeah,
Chronic is a strain of marijuana.
that was.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Not everybody knows that.
I didn't know it. Damn, I'm an old.
As soon as he said chronic, I knew exactly what he meant.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yes.
God, I did not know that.
Remember, I went to high school in California.
Well,
Readily available now.
that explains a lot, Ted.
Well, thanks, Fred. I appreciate that.
Well, no, I mean, I know. I'm not putting that down. I'm actually saying it's a good thing.
Hey, that's why these guys were talking about video games earlier. I said when about the time video games started being popular,
Yeah.
I was a teenager with a 67 Chevelle in California.
Oh God.
Guess what I didn't want to do? Sit in front of a damn video game.
Me either. That's
I'd be driving a Chevelle cross country.
well. That's what I'm sitting here. I've been sitting here working on my senior group bill, but that's when I come in. I was listening to y'all talk about video games, and my video game experience was, oh my God, I don't even remember what year it would have came out. But Radio Shack, Ed, I think you said something about Tandy, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Tandy,
The Tandy Company owned Radio Shack.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I remember one Christmas. This is after my brother was dating his wife that he's been married to for, God, nearly 35, 40 years now. But anyhow, she was the cultured part of our family because she lived in the city, and, we were just old country bumpkins. And
sorry, I think I'd rather be an old country bumpkin. Thank you
well,
very much.
that's all right, though. We corrupted her. Trust me. She went to she learned what
Being
being
Hawkins dance and your square dancing.
yeah. She learned very quickly, and she actually enjoyed. I always thought it was funny because she always liked to come out to the house, when we were doing country things, like picking butter beans, shelling butter beans, picking corn, shucking corn. She thought that stuff was fun.
Homemade butter, hell yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, we'd sit around after we picked butter beans all day, and they thought, and then my brother would bring his future mother-in-law and father-in-law down to to the house to meet mom and dad, of course. But, then it got to be a common thing that, if we were shelling butter beans, picking, snapping beans, shucking corn. Oh, give them a bowl. And we'd all sit out there. I mean, this was some of the good things about growing up in, out here country. But that was some of the things that I look back now and go, damn, that was it's fun now. I thought, but when I was a teenager, I was like, I'm glad y'all's asses here because I got to shell. If y'all wasn't here, I'd be shelling butter beans till midnight, or I'd be shucking corn, carrying that shit out there to the cattle. Because that's once you shuck corn, you got all the shucks and silk and all that, and you'd take it out there and you'd feed the cows with it. Which in return, Mark, you don't make your pet into something that you're gonna eat.
Yeah.
I learned
wasn't
that the hard way.
intended to.
Huh?
That was a 1,500-pound freaking bull calf.
Basically
that
a puppy.
freaking,
It's basically a puppy. You
Yeah.
turn it into a puppy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he just follow you around, lean against your car,
Yeah.
wait for you to
But
get home. He'd come to the driveway. Like,
I learned that the
we
hard
can't
way.
kill him.
No, every day I'd go out and talk to him, feed him, eat
No.
all his needs, and be talking to him about how wonderful he's going to taste one day.
Yep.
One day I'd call him steak,
Yeah.
the next one I'd call him chops.
I learned that the hard way with some Easter chicken, some Easter bitties my aunt gave me for Christmas. She gave them to me for Easter one year. Brought me 6 little bitties. Well, them bitties raised up, they got to be pretty big, good-sized chickens. And the next Easter, my aunt and uncle come to visit, and Mama looked at Daddy and said, "Well, it's that time." Yeah, I know what the hell's going on. So
That's something they should have told you from the get-go.
Well,
They
that's
always
how.
knew that's what was going to happen.
Well, true. Well, true. But you have to, life lessons like that in the country. You just have to, you have to learn them. You ain't got time to tell them everything, but we got time for that Sunday dinner, and we're sitting around. I'm sitting over there squalling, and Aunt Nett looks over at my mama and says, "Maudie, what's Freddie over there crying for?" She said, and before Mama could even say anything, I just looked at Aunt Nett and said, I said, "Aunt Nett," I said, "Doodle sure did like to eat doo-doo." And she looked at Mama and went, "What's he talking about?" She said, "We're eating Doodle." He named that chicken Doodle. But because I named it Doodle because that chicken would go around and he'd get out there in the hog pen, it would eat, Dookie. So anyhow, I was not a very happy person during that meal. But it's just you learn that. But
Yeah,
But
the
getting
fact
back-
that the animals are food. That's the one
Yeah,
thing I made sure my
but
kids
get-
understood. That
But getting back to the video games, when my sister-in-law met my brother one Christmas, I wanted, and I had never, I know what it was. I was getting my own TV for my room, or for mine in my brother's room. And I wanted and back then they had little small color TVs. I wanted a color one, but they got me a black and white, probably a 15-inch, 12-inch. I won't even say
I
it was
think it
12
might have
inch.
been more like 10.
Yeah, it
I
was
had
small.
the same TV, a little
Yeah.
bitty pop.
Mine
It
was
was
mine was a 13-inch.
It might have been a 13 because it had rabbit ears. I remember that. But
Yeah, it wouldn't have been more than a 13.
But it was big enough that Mom and Daddy got me that for our room, and my sister, my future sister, and her parents bought me a video game from Radio Shack, and all it was two line. It was a tennis game, and it had the
A black box.
Yep, and you just went.
knob
Doop.
and two flippers.
Yep, and that little thing come down. You had
Yep.
to doop.
That was pin paddle. I had that. That
Pong.
was the first one.
Pong. Thank you. Yeah,
Pong,
Pong.
that's what it was called.
Yeah, thank you, Ted. That was it.
Yeah.
Pong.
I remember playing that as a kid.
It was called pin paddle first, and then once they marketed it, they changed it to Pong.
Yeah.
And for the Atari, it was
A
called
little pixel
Breakout.
ball. Yeah.
And then that was my first video game.
A rectangle about the controller was a rectangle about yay big with a little
Yep.
turn wheel on it, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
And if you wanted to be competitive, the player, which was just a freaking line, you could make that line instead of being like 2 inches long, it'd be an
Make it
inch.
real thin. Yeah.
Make it
Yeah.
real thin,
Yeah.
and you'd be that was that was your. But that was the video games for me. And then high school sets in. Then they started having these things called arcades.
Yep.
Yep.
And
I lived in those and roller rinks.
yeah, that was a downfall of many of my brain cells because I found
And
foosball.
Then they found each other. Then the arcade found the skate rink and they merged.
I was trying
And
to
then
think.
the
Let's see.
bowling alley got involved. So all three of all the really cool things to do in
Yeah.
town were all in the same building.
See, I was trying to think. Probably some of the first. Well, Galactica.
Yep.
Oh my God! Now I ruined a mini. Back then it was a quarter a game. I ruined a mini $10 bill because I'd go get $10 worth of. Well, I really didn't even have to do that because I got pretty good at it. And then I would play. I'd play Galactica or Galaga, whatever it was.
Galaga.
And of course, you'd go out to the parking lot and ruin a couple of good brain cells, and come back because what way we would do it at our arcade. And our city only had one arcade, and everybody hung out at it. And you'd take quarters, and you'd lay them right there. That meant that somebody's playing this, or somebody's here.
Yeah.
Because what we would do, we'd lay our quarters out there, and we'd get good and play about 3 or 4. I forgot how many lives. I think you got like 3 lives or something. And
we had the opportunity to rack up enough points to get.
yeah. And then you'd lose your buzz, and you go outside, roll you up another, smoke you another, and then you'd come back, and you'd burn. Really, you come back, and somebody done stole some of your quarters, and you'd be ready to fight by then. But yeah, and then I found foosball, and oh my God, that just caused a lot more brain cells to be eliminated. And
There was also Centipede.
oh my God,
Centipede,
yes, I
yes.
forgot about that.
All the good ones.
But
Yeah.
really,
The 7-Eleven by my house had a Tempest game too.
a what, Ted?
Tempest.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, remember that.
Don't forget about Hubert.
I love Centipede. Yeah, Hubert was fun. And Frogger.
I was trying to remember what was the next.
And
Trying to
what was
remember the
that,
first video.
Crazy Climber, the one with the 2 handles and the dude climbing up the building and people would throw pots out the window at him.
Pitfall.
Pitfall, that's another one, yeah.
Never played that. Oh my God, we just
I'm
dated
going
ourselves.
silent.
Ooh.
I know, right?
I'm going silent.
I told you, most of us are antiques.
Again,
I'm going to eat supper. I'm going silent for a minute.
I'm just trying to decide what antique I am. You got you vintage antiques.
Yeah, I said vintage earlier, yeah.
Yeah.
Vintage. I'll accept.
I'm just trying to figure out if I'm a wine or if I'm vinegar. Shut up, Ted.
I could make a salad tossing comment here, but this is Mark's channel. I'm not gonna do that. I think you prefer to be wine. Only thing that's bad about that is I'd be allergic to you, and that was tough.
If I'm wine, let's see, what would I be? I'm trying to think if I'd be a Merlot. I damn sure ain't champagne.
Boone's Farm.
Somewhere between Mad Dog and Boone.
Bam! It hit it. Yep, I'd be Boone's Farm.
Somewhere between grape and strawberry, man.
Yeah. Or tickled pink. That'd be me. Oh God. That's so funny. But growing up in the country like I did, we were sitting there today talking at lunch, and he's a good friend of mine. He's actually my boss now. But we were talking about growing up country. But they went on a vacation. I say vacation. They went on a staycation. I wouldn't say staycation either. Just a little getaway this weekend.
Local.
Yeah, and they went over somewhere in South Carolina, close to Greenville, and it was at an Airbnb, but it was on It was on somebody's little, little country, wouldn't say estate, but they said they had chickens. He said that's one of the complaints that they were going to put in the review was that the chickens would keep them up. But I was like, look, dude, you knew it in the beginning. What was going on. You had farm animals out there that would wake you up. Dogs was barking and crap like that. And he said, yeah, we paid for it. You're right. And I said, damn right you paid for it. I said, if I'd known that shit when I was growing up, man, I'd have had an Airbnb at our house. I'd have been like, morning, folks, get your ass up. We're going to pick butter beans. Hey, folks, good morning. Good morning. Get you some breakfast, get your grub, get out there, get them damn pigs hog slop. Come on. I could have been a millionaire.
Giving everybody the country experience.
Yeah. You pay for the country experience. You gonna get it all, Jack. Oh God. Yeah, boy, I'd have been a millionaire. We'd have called it the Tom Sawyer Huck Finn experience.
As long as it's got a river nearby.
Or at least a creek. Not a creek.
No, it's
but-
gotta be.
We had a creek.
Gotta be
Yeah.
something you could float something on it. It couldn't just be a trickle of water.
Yeah, we had a creek down there. Me and my brother would get in it with we'd carry us a jar of Mama's. Well, it was actually what was muscat? It was actually muscadine wine is what it was, but it wasn't fermented enough. So my mother decided that she would put some of my Uncle Fred's fine moonshine in it, and me and my brother grabbed a jar of where we kept it at. There was jars on the left of our little cupboard, and there was jars on the right. The jars on the right was just the regular juice, muscadine juice and grape juice, shit like that. The ones on the left is what she had tainted with Uncle Fred's good moonshine. Well, one day I went in there and couldn't find none because we done drank all the muscadine juice and the grape juice her Mama had made. I think Mama made a bunch of grape jelly, and she used it all. Well, I didn't. This is how I found out that she had it tainted. And it was as I heard somebody say, medicinal purposes only a while ago. But and I went in there and I grabbed a jar of that. And me and my brother was gonna. Daddy had already left strict instructions when he went to work that day that we had to get something done. I forgot what it was before we could go to the creek and swim. So we busted our ass. We got done and come back. Mama had left and went to town to pick up something. I'm sure it was something for us to work with. And we were just like, it's time to go. Let's go. I grabbed that jar. We went down to the creek. We set that jar down in the creek where the water was running over, where to get cold. And we got hot. We was swimming. Next thing I know, my brother looked at me and said, open that jar up. We got a big old pull off of that. And then we got another pull off of that. And then we lost track of time. And then it started, we heard Mama start to call us. And I looked at my brother. I said, Mama's looking for us. And we couldn't move. We were in the creek, drunker than Cooter Brown. And Mama come down there and was like, did y'all not hear me calling y'all? And we're like, yes, ma'am. And she just knew. She already automatically knew. We were laying there in the creek, just sloshed. She had to go she was like, y'all drunk, ain't you? No. Well, y'all drinking? What y'all drinking? Where'd you get that up? We got it off the left side of yeah, we're drunk. Mama went back Daddy hadn't got home yet. Mama went back, and we had the trailer hooked up to the tractor. She drove the tractor down there and helped us get up in the back of in the bed of the trailer. And she drove us back to the house. Made sure she hit every bump on the way up there.
Yep.
Get you nice and shooken up for when you
And by then, it was already time for dinner. She had cooked. I don't know what she had cooked, but good God, oh my God, we got a double helping. There was a lot of secretive talking back and forth between her and Daddy, and the next couple hours was not good for us. We were like, well, if you're gonna be stupid, you got to be tough.
Right?
And we were. We were tore out of the frame. But me and Frank, we'll tell that story every now and then. We'll be like, remember when you was my brother never was really a big drinker. Never was. I was. But.
Hey, Boston, Britta, Bob,
Good evening, Britta in Boston.
Bruce.
Dominique.
Hey, everybody.
Oh God, man, I'm sitting here.
Just talking away, and
Yeah, they're talking away, and I hadn't even scrolled. I'm looking at watching my phone over here, but I was like, oh my God.
yeah, I know. I mean, I was working on this.
Hence my blanket. Hello, everybody.
I was working on the rear
Not
end.
sure
of
who
this
was here and who wasn't.
dart that I'm working
Everybody's probably going, yeah, Pappy being a snob tonight. No, I just wouldn't. Sorry, I wouldn't. This is my proof right here. Here it is. I'm not being a snob.
Yeah, I was like I say, I was working on that rear end a bit, and I had my head down, paying attention to it, not even looking at my screen over here with the chat on it. And I look up, and there I see Britta and Fafa and Bruce and Bob and Boston. And I'm like, oh, hey, how y'all doing?
Oh, man.
See, that's the thing is everybody enjoys Pappy's story time, and we just get into doing what we're doing, listening to your story. It's great.
Right?
Thanks, Fred.
Right.
The only way shit gets done around here. You kidding me?
That ain't story time. That's just that's life.
Uh-huh.
That was life back then.
Right?
Making a cow hood for my senior bill.
Yeah, how much would it?
I done had my dinner.
Yeah, I did too.
I ran one of our Italian concept out at Halliburton today, so I had some lasagna when I got home.
Oh my God, I had that last night. I had some lasagna last night.
And my executive chef who did the cooking this morning for it,
Oh, that hurt.
he does almost as good a job on the Italian as I do when I cook it for myself. And I qualify that with my grandmama, my father's mother, was born on the island of Sicily.
Oh man,
Like I said, we're probably cousins.
Grew up there.
My dad's mother was born there too.
Immigrated to the States as a late teens, early 20s. And she's the one who taught me how to cook. When I say I make fresh from scratch, I don't mean I buy the boxes of pasta and boil it up. Put it all together.
Dry pasta is poison.
I don't mean that I get the cans of tomato paste and the cans of tomato sauce and make my sauces and gravies that way. No, my pasta is fresh from scratch. My sauces and my gravies start as whole tomatoes, and I make my own paste, I make my own sauce, and then go from there.
Ed, you just proved it right there to me because you didn't call it sauce. You called it gravy.
Yes, sir.
That is a true slang. I wouldn't say slang, but I used to know. I went out with a girl when I was in high school. She was Italian, and that's
And
what
it was
they.
pasta and gravy, wasn't it?
Well, yep, because they invited me over one time for. Sure, she
It's
did.
Gravy because they don't
Yep,
have a word
and when they
for it.
said gravy, I started looking for, old country boy. I started looking for biscuits, and when they brought out the the pasta, I was like, that's spaghetti and meatballs. Oh my God. You would have thought I had shot the poop.
Uh-huh.
Which was not the correct slang. Well, that's why I'm not married to the girl. So, I was a fucking heathen. So,
It's like when I would go out to California where my grandmama had lived to visit. I'm the same size now as I was then. She'd look at me. She said, "Eddie, you too
You need to
scared.
eat.
You
You need to
eat."
eat.
you need to eat.
And she would put a bowl like this big around, that deep, full of
And
fresh
you ate the whole damn
pasta
thing.
and gravy. And if I did not empty that bowl and ask for seconds,
Your
I
ass was
trouble.
had. Yep.
And good. And heaven help the fool that called that woman an Italian.
No.
She was not
No.
Italian.
No,
She is
Sicilian.
Sicilian. What the hell am I talking about?
There was one year, I was about 14, 15, went out to California to visit and was hanging out with my cousin David, who was the same age. And this new kid had just moved into the neighborhood like a month before I showed up for vacation. And cousin David had forgotten to mention to the new kid, "Don't call grandmama Italian. She'd get mad at me." And I didn't think to mention it because I thought David had already mentioned
You
it.
will cut your
We were
testicle.
over at her house and he called her an Italian. And you know those old school original lazy boy recliners that take
Yeah.
like 4 men size,
Yeah.
still grunting to pick the damn thing up and move it around. Just
Not move it. Have you ever tried to push it back to lean back in it? Hell, that was like a damn
Uh-huh.
bear trap,
She
setting a
probably
bear
picked it
trap.
up and threw it across the room.
She picked it up and threw it about 25 feet at the kid.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That,
And she
some
wasn't
things.
but like 4'8" and 500
Wow.
pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, I miss Grandmama. Grandmama was a wonderful woman. I really miss her.
You know, my dad's mother, she was always tiny. Only time she had a big waist is when she was pregnant. But she could eat and eat and eat, and it just wouldn't go anywhere on her.
Yeah, I'm kind of that same way. I mean, like I say, I sit down and I'll take a cheesecake this big around, that thick, sit down and eat the entire cheesecake in a setting. And if I gain the weight of that cheesecake, I'm doing good. And if I did gain the weight of that cheesecake, next time I go sit down on that porcelain throne, I lose the weight of that cheesecake.
Oh, man.
Porcelain throne diet plan. Great for an instant 5-pound weight loss.
Yep. Where's Durr at tonight, Ted?
She is still at work.
So you've been in the home fires till she arrives.
Yeah.
You got work tomorrow?
Nope. I don't work till Friday.
Sorry.
He's on spring break duty.
So I can,
Yeah,
so when I get bored tomorrow, I can mess with you.
Sure can.
I can rub it in a little bit.
Sure can. It'll be all right.
Okay. All right.
And I completely agree, Britta. Fresh, scratch, homemade foods are definitely the best tasting foods.
Yeah, you ain't
Yeah,
kidding.
Fred, because if we don't have an A check over the weekend, we're pretty much sitting around waiting for airplanes to come in and go out.
Oh, speaking of airplanes, guess who's I saw today?
Ooh.
I seen the Trump plane come in. He was at a fundraiser in Atlanta. They parked it over there across the runway. I seen it when I was leaving. I was one of the guys that went to the other side of the airport today, and he texted me. He said, "Well, Trump's in town." I was like, "Well, thanks, Donald. You'll fuck all the traffic up going out this afternoon." But it was still sitting when I left. I was like, "Good, sit right there. Don't go anywhere till I get out of here."
Hey, Kevin, how you doing, brother?
Man, I got that one side just too high. I knew that when I glued it on last night.
Hey,
Now
Kevin
I'm paying for it. What's going on,
and
Kevin?
Jeff, welcome.
Hey, Bruce, got your card.
Jeff.
Thank you. Got your card. Finally got it in. I need to do a update. I'll do a shout out when I update this 67 Chevelle. Y'all are seeing something for the first. This is the first time I've ever built one of these 67 Chevelles. So.
Yeah, straight out the box. That's got it.
You know what? You know what? Really, I am. It's going to be straight out of the box. I'm gonna throw some curves at it. You know, like this right here. This is I'm putting a cowl inducted hood on it. You know, I'm gonna lower the front end. I'm gonna do dog dish hubcaps on it and beauty bands.
Just little upgrade.
Yeah, right, Mark. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna smooth the body. Matter of fact, I already started smoothing the body last night. I took all the emblems off, the door handles off. I ain't done nothing up underneath yet, but I wanted to start off on
Basically,
the body work on the hood.
Yeah, you're basically just doing a resto mod.
Yeah. It's gonna be Pro Street, but there won't be the kit it's a big block. It's got a high rise intake, which I'm not going to use a high rise. I'm just going to use a regular. Dig me out a manifold, single carb manifold, and tuck everything up under the hood. But I'm gonna put hoses. I'm gonna wire it, plumb it. Try and think. I'm just gonna put what I feel that Terry. It's in. I know what Terry. I know what Senior always. When we would talk, or he would comment, and that's one thing I've done. I went back to some of my final videos on some of my builds, and bless his heart, he always commented on everybody's, not just mine. But I went back, and sometimes Terry would put, hey Pappy, I like that, I like this, and I went back and I read through a lot of the final videos of some of my builds, and I kind of took some key points of what he commented on, left a comment about, hey, I like this, hey, I like how he did that, and just I ain't got my little buddy here no more. But I know that I'm gonna kind of put each thing. Got my KMA decals in too the other day, so I'm real tickled. Yeah,
those came out awesome.
They did. STS did a wonderful job. When they come down to Acme in November, I'm gonna have to shake Terry and Patricia's hand and probably offer to buy them lunch or something.
Yeah, they live right around the corner from me over here.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they're right here in Union, Kentucky, and I'm in Florence.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Acme is in October. Detroit shows in November.
Yeah, so they're right here. In fact, when I got the KMA decals, it had a invite to their their modelers club that they have here. But of course, really? they do everything on Saturdays.
Oh wow, yeah, that sucks.
Guess what days I work?
Yeah.
Well, there we go. I think it looks pretty good. I think I'm off somewhere. Let me look at that.
Hey, Rick.
What's going on, Papa Z?
Zinc?
I don't know.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Papa Z doesn't have a wrench.
We did so many different ones. I don't know.
There's where my. Oh my! I think I'm.
Make sure there's nothing in there before you turn it on. That's the one thing I didn't do, is look to make sure there were no pans left in the oven.
Marcy, who the decals you who are you getting yours through? STS?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were.
You're like Ted.
Yeah, you're the only one
He's
that's
back.
seen them.
Yeah, my damn alarm, my 8 o'clock alarm went off, and I forgot I had it set, and it kicks me out when that alarm goes off.
Okay.
Yeah, you're the only one that's seen those, Pappy. I haven't showed anybody. Everybody
I
else
know.
can wait.
I know.
Everybody else can wait because I don't need some asshole snitching my shit.
That's a little secret stays between us. So, yeah. I got dust everywhere now. Here, let me.
And Jeff got the Seniors Angels ones. We saw them yesterday.
Oh, did he?
Or
Okay.
what? Yeah, we got them. They're gone to print,
Here, let me.
so we'll have those pretty soon too.
Hey, check this out.
You don't
You
want
cutting
to
up
do
a line
that.
there, Patty?
That look familiar, anybody?
Cutting you up a line?
Nope, never seen that before.
I've never.
seen
Yeah,
that
I'm not.
before.
I'm not the only one that does that after I'm done sanding.
Watch this. Watch this, and then I'll go. Oh hell, I can't even rub it on the gums a little bit.
Rub it on your gums, yeah. All
Gotta
right.
practice, gotta practice.
Oh god.
Gotta practice.
Terrible. Yeah, I'm out of
Rookie.
practice. Yeah.
Rookie.
Amateur.
Amateur. Let's see. That looks pretty good. I like it. Now I just got to get the spot and putty out and blend it in, and boom. There we go. Pappy's happy. Oh my, excuse me.
I hate cleaning the edges of freaking span belts.
Oh yeah, those are terrible.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can. Time is 8:03. Yeah, I'm fixing to go in here, and I come in, eat dinner, and Vicky come home. She was like, we were sitting there because we thought I always like to watch the evening weather right quick. They were talking like we was gonna get some bad weather come through here, and we was watching that. The more I watched, sleepier I got. She said, "Won't you just kick back, take you a nap?" 6:30 rolls around. She's like, "Time to get up." And I'm like, "Yep, time to get up." So, grab me a shower. I told her I was coming here and do a little work on this. And I'm gonna go in there and ain't gonna be no chasing her around the recliner tonight. I'm too tired.
Be right back.
Wouldn't know what to do anyhow. I'm too tired. She probably be like, "Go to bed." Okay.
Oh, yeah, in fact, I'm going to back on out of here because Amanda's getting off work right now. I'm going to cook us both something to eat, and then we're going to sit in the recliner and watch TV the rest of the night.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go in
Sounds
here
like
and
somebody
do
else
the
doesn't want
same
to get
thing.
the whip.
Going-
Sounds like somebody
probably
else doesn't want to get the whip. I better get off of here. Get supper made now.
Yeah, we know where our bread. We know where our bread and butter's buttered out, don't we? Tell you.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh me,
Well,
I'm
thank
gonna.
you for-
That's all right. I think she likes it better when I cook anyway.
Oh me, when I cook, if I cook during the week, there's something wrong with me.
Yeah.
I'm usually off. But
Well, see, that's the thing is she cooks on the weekends when I'm
Yeah.
working, and
Yeah.
you know I cook during the week when she's working. So
yeah.
it's
I
a
get
fair
up on.
trade-off.
Yeah, our trade off is I'll do Sunday breakfast. She does Sunday dinner. So that's how we do it. Most of ours, then during the week, Saturday nights we'll eat out, and then we'll go back to our normal work week. And I'm eating out every night, so she carries her lunch, so she'll have breakfast and lunch, and she won't eat no dinner. But I gotta have 3 hots and a cut.
Right?
All right, me and Ted's going to the bar. Anybody want a drink? That's what I thought. Ted, I'll see you.
All right,
Mark,
Fred.
enjoyed it.
I'll order the first shot when I get there.
All right, I'll be the one leaning.
All right, Ted. You have a
Thanks
good
for
night.
jumping in,
Enjoy
Fred.
your
All right,
meal.
Mark, you too. Marcy, see you. Ed, take care, bro.
All right, Pappy.
Yeah, everybody
Good
take
night,
care. We'll
guys.
catch you all later.
Y'all have a good night. Enjoy yourselves.
Roger that.
Well, it's time for a smoke.
Yeah, it's getting to be pretty close to that time, ain't it?
I just put the link in if anybody else wants to jump in. Mr. Jeff, Mr. Papa Z,
Mr. Kevin.
more than welcome to jump in. Yeah, Kevin. Still 14 watching. Thank you very much. Make sure to hit that like on the either on the way in or the way out.
Yep, either way.
And if there's somebody that you're not subscribed to, either in chat or on screen, please check them out and give them a sub and some love.
You know what? I don't know if I'm subscribed to Papa Z or not. Let me double check real quick. Bring up a quick YouTube window. Pull my keyboard out.
Your hot stuff, Ted. Hot stuff there. Cooking away. Yeah, I'm building my own race team. So I figure as a tribute to Senior, I'm going to put some of his KMA stickers on the back of the race truck hauler, and probably on the race truck itself too.
Hey, Papa Z. I just subbed you, so I wasn't sure if I was subbed to you yet or not. So I went and pulled you up on YouTube real quick. I wasn't. I am now.
No worries, Jeff. Thanks for showing up in chat, though.
Ain't nobody says you
Yeah, I've
got
got
to
two.
jump in on screen.
Yeah, that's right. I'm starting, like, I've got two sets of these trucks here, eh? You can't see
Oh,
them.
nice. The Tyrone hauler, the hideout truck. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm doing all four trucks
You've
as
got the
a
hideout, the Bandag, and the white version of the Bandag. I forget what the name of that one was.
Super Boss.
Yeah, because the Papa truck was the white version of the hideout, and then the Bandag was the black dragster rig, and then there was a white dragster rig as well.
Yeah, they're but the four trucks, the two white and two black, I'm doing as a tribute to or in honor of my uncle that died in a fire. Because I remember as a kid seeing all of these trucks that he built, these Tyrone Malone truck, and all his models and everything were lost in the fire. But he died in the fire, saving other people in the apartment building.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm building all four and putting his name on all four trucks.
Oh wow.
But I've got two extra black ones, both like the race truck and the hauler. So I'm making my own race team. So I'll have the Tyrone white trucks, I'll have Tyrone black trucks, and then I'll have the BSC racing trucks.
Oh, nice.
I'll make my own race team. But yeah, on my channel, I've got the Super Boss and the Papa truck.
Yeah.
So far, I haven't done the black ones yet for Uncle Brian. Oh. Yeah, so I figured, well, I'm gonna put the kiss my ass stickers on the on the both the racing trucks of my racing team.
Yeah. Oh, that'll be cool.
I still got to design decals for the trucks or figure out what kind of paint scheme I'm going to do on them. I know they're going to be blue and red, you
Yeah.
know, because that's the colors of my YouTube stuff, right? So,
Yeah.
which will be fine because if I do that, and then I can maybe put the KMA on both sides of the race truck or something, and maybe
Mhm.
hand paint in memory of,
Yeah.
and do Terry Thacker or something on it or something like that, because I've got both sets coming.
Yeah. Well,
And then on the hauler, I can do it on the back piece right here
uh-huh.
where the race truck sits, because it's a nice big black square right there.
Yeah.
And depending
Well,
on those other decals,
you get the
face
KMA
of Terry.
sticker. Yeah, you get the KMA. It already has in memory of, and it's got it
Okay,
in black and in white.
yeah, because I might put that like back here.
Yeah.
This nice big black area right here where you can put a lot of stuff.
Right.
On the truck itself. I don't know. I gotta name both trucks though. I mean, I can't have the hideout and the blah blah blah, and then not
Yeah.
have a name from my hauler and a name for the race truck.
Right.
Because I'm actually building a shop car as well, 1970 Chevelle, like my logo, and that's called
Mhm.
Inner Demon.
Oh, nice.
That's going to be Inner Demon, right? So I'm
Yeah.
going to have to figure out a couple names for these trucks. I might have to put a poll out once they're done.
I would call the race truck something along the same lines as Inner Demon, and then call the hauler truck something similar, but in an angelic mode. So that
I
you'll
was
have like
thinking
an
Blue Streak.
angel demon.
I was thinking Blue Streak for the drag car or for the drag truck, because
Yeah.
all you see when you're standing at the side of it when it's going down the track is you're just going to see a blue streak of blue.
Pretty much, yeah.
Right. So a blue streak for the truck or for the race truck is what I was thinking, but
Oh, and the only reason why I say it the way I did is because, like the shop car that you're doing, like you said, you're naming that one the demon, the Inner Demon.
Inner Demon.
Yeah. So since you're doing your shop car name the Inner Demon, if it were me, I would stick with that theme, and I would name my race vehicles something somehow relating to demons and stuff like that, but then name the hauler trucks relating to angels.
Yeah, good. It's an idea. Name the race truck the Demonator.
There you go. And then name the hauler truck Saving Angel.
Saving Grace.
Or Saving Grace, yeah, something like that, And then for the Chevelle that you're naming Inner Demon, build a pickup with a flatbed behind it, or build a wedge bed type thing to put that on and name it something angelic.
Yeah, definitely could.
And then that would be a common uniting theme beyond the BSC.
Yeah, Inner Demon is the Inner Demon isn't a race car though. It's just it's a full out show car, that thing. I'm building all the basic QA1 control arms, tubular control arms, and
Mhm.
like I'm building all of that.
Yeah.
Brass tubes, and trunks will open, the doors will open. I'm probably going to put LED lighting in it. Like it's going to be,
Yeah.
it's my freaking, it's my
Right.
logo
And
is all it is.
with it being a complete total show car like that would make even just yet more sense for it to be a trailer queen.
Yeah.
And therefore naming the tow vehicle, the haul vehicle,
Yeah.
Yeah, how is your new room coming along, Mark?
It's good.
Because
it's not
Kevin
done,
just
but I
asked if
mean,
it's all settled.
I can do a quick show and tell here somehow. Let's see if I can, anyways. So let's straighten this out. Come on, out of there. Thank you. So far, oh yeah, that's not funny. Okay, gotta go this way then. Just trying to figure out my wire here. What's catching? So, what do we got here? So all those shelves, those are just temporary until I actually build shelves there.
Mhm.
But I brought in a bunch of plants and stuff today.
Oh, nice.
Give clean that up. The door is
feel.
Yeah, the door is up. Dad's going to be building the shelves in it, and then we still have to put on the pegboard to cover the shelves. Right.
Oh, nice.
So when you open the pegboard, it'll be all shelves of the model paints and spray cans and everything, and the pegboard will have all my, photo etch and stuff. I put up shelves yesterday, so where are we? Yeah, shelves start there and run all along. More plants. Then all the stash is on top of those. All right.
Yeah.
And that shelf continues on that wall. More plants, and all the way down. And then benches are all coming along. If you notice, there's blue streaks everywhere. I painted them right into right into it. Like even this one here. It's hard to see, but you can see like there's blue streaks in it.
Yeah.
It even runs up on the wall. Runs up on the wall a little bit.
Yeah.
There, you can't see that one. But there is hard to see, but there's big blue streak under this mat here. Runs underneath it. It goes all the way across. Mounted my screens. So all my screens are on swivel arms and stuff now.
Yeah.
Right. And this one and this one. So now when I'm working, I can take it and slide it over here where I can see it easily. And slowly but surely, it's all coming along. And this one got mom, well, the family up, but mom is up finally. She's back up in place where she's supposed to be.
That's good.
Come on. Yeah. It's coming along, and I got a big thing that I'm going to put on this wall here. You'll see that when that happens. I still got to paint the ceiling up there, way up top. Still got to paint that blue.
Yeah.
And then Dad's making all the black trim and everything. Got the carpet in. So that's all in now. So it's coming along.
Cool
Do things
deal.
as we can afford it.
Right.
That's the big thing. We bought 3/4 inch plywood for the door. and a sheet of 1/2-inch plywood for the shelves, and that was $106.
Yep.
Those two things.
Yep. Plywood ain't
Some
cheap.
bitch. So all these shelves here, like once the door is done, a lot of these boxes will be empty because it's like photo etch and spray cans and everything else. So those shelves will go away. We'll put some cabinets along the bottom, little 13-inch deep cabinets, right? Those will go along the bottom. And from the top of them, 8-inch shelves all the way up for finished models for the length, the whole length of that. All right. So that's where all the finished models. In the corner, it's hard to see, but in this corner here, the bare corner, all the way up to the ceiling will be custom shelves and built as needed. And that's where all my sale ships will go. So as the first one, the first one's 26 inches high, it's this deep, this big, we'll build a shelf, right? Then the next one, the next one's only whatever, 8 inches or 10 inches tall. Well, then it would be a 10-inch shelf kind of thing, right? So as I put them up, I'll build them in place.
Yeah. And the nice thing about doing it in that corner like that, you can set them to where you set your ships on there kind of catty corner to the walls. And then that way,
mine will be set straight across. Mine will sit flat against the wall, but I'm putting a curved shelf. So if it's, the length doesn't matter, but the height, the first shelf will go in. And if the yards are 15 inches, we'll make the shelf like 18 inches. So it's got a little bit of space between the yard and the wall, and the shelf will be curved, right, from side to side. So it'll be like 12 inches over here, but it'll be 18 inches at the radius, right?
Yeah.
And then the next one be, if I finish this one, say then I build my USS Missouri, it's only going to be maybe 10 or 12 inches high. So from the next shelf at 26 inches high, the next one's only going to be 10 inches. And if the next ship is 18 inches, then that's where the next shelf will go, and so on and so on, right? Because right now I can't build shelves without knowing how big the ships are, and I won't know them until I actually build them. Yes.
Yeah.
You want to smoke? Yeah, so that's, but like I said, all this plywood's freaking expensive, so
it is.
We'll build it as we go. Hey, Jimmy, the link is there somewhere, but I can drop another link. No.
How you doing, little brother?
The sucky wants mom. Mom sits down and dog's right there.
Obviously thinks he's a lap dog.
Oh, she does.
You're like really pushing right against me.
Mm-hmm.
So I pay attention to it.
Oh, that's what I was going to do. I grabbed the mouse and it's like, I was like, what the hell was I going to do? Hey, Mike.
It's a mini Mike.
Really? Do you have to play with that now?
Yes, Daddy. Of course I do.
No, you don't need that. Gimme.
Yeah, I'm really, really, really looking forward to this Saturday.
What's up?
Hey, Jimmy.
Because Yeah, I'm going to be taking a 8-hour round trip drive, and going to be about 2.5 tanks of gas in my old '94 Chevy. But I get to go see my grandson. It's his first birthday.
Oh, that's good.
There you go.
That's good.
Get to see my grandson. My
What y'all building?
daughter-in-law. Hey, sir. What's going on, brother?
Hey, Mr. Dirt Cave. Link is there if you want to jump in.
Hey, baloney.
I'm working on one of my race trucks. I'm building my own race team, but I'm also using it as the tribute to Terry for Hobby Barn Group Build there. So I'll put his my ass stickers on it, but it'll be my race team. So that's what I'm kind of working on at the moment. You went blurry, Ed.
Yeah, when I held that decal up, the focus on my camera changed to up close on that camera on that thing, and it hadn't reset.
Yeah.
You can see there it goes. There we go.
Yeah, you're back. What's Jimmy working on?
I just got off work, so I'm up in my room. Nothing right now, but on the bench, I've got seniors build I'm about to start. And I'm about to finish that 69 Chevelle I've been working on. And then I got some stuff in the mail today from K&D Customs, and there was a few NASCAR kits.
Oh, nice.
And one of them, I'm gonna take one of them, and I've always wanted to do this. Take one of the NASCAR kits and turn it into like a pro mod. So I'm gonna shove drag tires under a NASCAR. A big block.
I'm kind of doing that with a rally car, or I'm going to do that with a rally car.
With it already having the cage
sure.
and the stuff and the NASCAR, it'd be perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's an actual rally. I think it's a rally car. Could be a street car, but this one here, the Skyline, Cosonic Street Line or Skyline. I'm going to turn that into basically a pro mod dragster kind of thing. So I'm pretty sure I'll piss a few people off.
That's all right. I want to take one of them Supra kits that they got out and turn it into a small tire drag car too.
Yeah,
I've seen one
kind of like Cletus's car there.
Yeah, the Supra. I seen one go down the drag strip at our local track one year, and I just thought it was the coolest car because I'd never seen one with a fat tire done up like that until I started watching Cletus McFarlane, obviously. But
yeah, well, Cletus only has the 10.5 on his, I think. 10.5 tire.
I think so. Yeah. I'd have to look it up.
He's only got the small 10.5 drag tires on it.
That's what I'd do. I'd do a small tired car and then do like a turbo or twin turbo 2JZ motor or something.
Yeah. It's not playtime, or at least not supposed to be.
No, it's not playtime. We're just playing with plastic toys.
Yeah, freaking the dog toys, right? Most of them have squeakers in them. This is the biggest goddamn squeaker I've ever seen.
We can't give my dogs them things. They'll tear them into 40 little pieces in a couple minutes.
Yeah. This was in one of the toys. Look at the size of that thing.
Jesus. The only toy
you can't have it. You're just gonna tear it apart.
The only toy our dogs, it took a little while for them to tear it up, was it was a actual rubber tire off like a freaking dolly or something.
Yeah. Oh, we're trying to find something for Dad's dog. His dog destroys everything. It tore apart a hockey puck like it was nothing.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what the tire
Yeah.
was for.
And
It lasted through 2 of our dogs, but once we got the third dog, the 3 of them playing with it tore to shreds.
I mean, we bought him a rope, one of those rope toys for Dad's dog, and he literally cuts through it, bites on it, and he cuts the rope.
What
And
kind of
he's
dog is
just
it?
like it's called an Entel Boucher, but it's one of those. It's a smaller version of the Burmese mountain dogs.
Oh wow!
And yeah, like I said, he cuts right through it. Like it's nothing.
A tire would be good. That tire, it lasted through a Great Dane, a Chocolate Lab, and it lasted a little while with our Boxer Mastiff mix. But that Boxer, oh
pretty
my
much what
gosh,
she
she
is.
destroys everything.
That's what she is. She's the mother is a Boxer Black Lab, and the dad is a Bull Mastiff.
Oh, wow.
Now we got her, and we got her sister. Angel looks more like her mom, tall and skinny like a Boxer Black Lab, whereas Bailey, her sister, is a lot stockier and a brindle color.
Yeah.
And she's got more of the dad with the Bull Mastiff.
That's what the Boxer is. The Boxer looks, Daisy is her name. She definitely looks more Mastiff, but when she sits down, she'll puff her chest out and spread her paws apart like a damn Boxer.
Yeah, they got these dogs here. They got big freaking paws on them. Even when they were puppies, they were like freaking 2.5 inches wide when they were puppies. Like, you guys are going to be solid big puppies.
Oh, so in other words, Mike, you're posting up a video of your stash and modeling room then. Because I saw that video too, and my space is just way too chaotic and disorganized yet. No, I got to clean it up some first. I'm not about to put this on camera.
Oh, yeah.
I need to do that.
Jason's
closest I'll do to my disorganized mess on camera is that. And that's the neater area of my build area.
Yeah, I still got to do like kind of a semi-final video on, the renovations and stuff. Like I said, it won't be for a while until it's completely finished, but I can at least do a kind of a semi-final video.
Yeah,
we're still still doing the hallway out there. I did the coffee counter where we make our coffee and everything. I still got to paint that area. Got to finish up the bathroom. Bathroom's usable, but it still needs to be taped and mudded and painted and stuff. The hallway, the closet is built. Got a couple more pieces of drywall to put up. But we'll get it.
My coffee counter, it happens to be just right here next to me. First thing I do in the morning is set that boy up and turn him on, and then I go out and have a cigarette. I come back from having a cigarette and I'm ready to pour my first cup. Generally still brewing the rest of it. But
we drink instant coffee, so we turn the kettle on and away we go.
Yeah, we just had to buy a new coffee maker. Our old bun finally quit heating. We bought that thing. My mom bought that bun when I was born, so that thing was about 18 years old, and it just finally gave out.
That's the thing about a bun, though. Bun makes a damn good coffee maker.
Yeah. That new one's weird, though. I don't know. Our old one had a big red light, so you can see when that thing was on. The other one, it has a tiny little blue light, and I miss that it's on a lot. And I'll leave it on accident, or I'll forget to turn it on.
Yeah. Whereas mine, it's got a little green. Yeah, it's got a little green light in the switch.
The electric kettle you can't miss on ours.
Yeah.
The button lights up bright orange, and it starts bubbling and everything when it's done, and it's making noise the whole time, as it heating up. And you hear that solid click when the switch clicks off when it's hot enough.
Also, freaking my dad asked me today, I'll be 18 in August, and he asked me, is there anything spectacular I want for my birthday? And I told him, I'm going to be honest, I want to go get my tattoo done. I'm going to get one to match his. I'm getting Jesus' head on my heart. And my mom fucking flipped when I said that's what I wanted. My dad don't care. They told him that's really the only thing I want. You ain't got to buy me nothing else. He's like, shit, I'll do that. Anything else you want is your money.
Sounds like Marcy's back.
Yep, it's your money and your skin, Jimmy, but just make sure it's what you want.
Yeah.
Because laser removal is expensive and it scars.
Yeah. Well, I'm not getting a bunch of stuff.
Make sure that the person who's doing it knows what they're doing, has proper clean procedures. It's in a shop, not your living room.
Yeah.
You want to make sure he's opening brand new needles in front of you and brand new containers of ink.
Yep.
Well, the dude that did my dad's, he has a place now, but when he did my dad's, he was fresh out of prison. He learned how to do it in jail, and he did my dad's in his garage. And he didn't use a stencil. He didn't pull up anything.
Stencils aren't really relevant as long as he knows what he's doing. Make sure he knows
pulled
what
up
he's doing.
Photo on a computer, what my dad wanted, and he stood there and freehanded it, and it looks perfect. But now he has a little spot down here. He was able to open his own place up, and it's still the same dude doing it, and that's who I'm gonna go have do it.
Yeah,
I don't want a bunch.
Make sure you've seen some of his recent work because he's been doing it for a long time, and even the best artists get sloppy.
Yeah.
The good ones, they will keep a portfolio of their work. They will actually take pictures of the work that they've done and put it in a portfolio.
Yeah. I don't want a bunch. I want that one to match my dad's, and then I want We the People up my arm, not real big, but kind of on my arm somewhere, and that's really all I want. I don't want to watch stupid shit.
And also remember that your body's still changing. So anything other than even though like the one that you want to get is going to be roughly the center of your chest, that's an okay area, but the rest of your body, your muscle structure, everything's going to change.
Also, something else.
I'd wait a while on anything on your limbs.
Yeah. Also, bear in mind that you say right now that the Jesus head on a heart and the We the People is all you want. Bear in mind, ink is addictive. You're going to be like, "Ooh, yeah, I got to go get it."
I don't refer to mine as individual pieces anymore. I'm roughly 65% ink.
Yeah. It's like this one right here.
I got this
old piece, and I got this December 31st, 1996. And yeah, it's very much addictive.
My last one.
I got this.
What was my last one? Was 2000.
This one's not finished. This one never got finished. It was done by a Hell's Angel, and he ended up going to jail.
So much for that getting done.
Well, he's what they call the bruiser. When you owe them money, he's the one that comes and visits you.
Ah.
My favorite tattooist of all time was named Butcher Joe.
Yeah.
Everybody claimed he had heavy hands. I fell asleep.
And then I've got two dragons fighting on one back shoulder, and then a castle that wasn't finished on the other one, a floating castle on dirt that was never finished.
Mike.
And that was it.
Yeah. Mini Mike's comment. Remember, there was a girl that got Tweety Bird on her boob at 20 years old. At 60 years old, it was Big Bird.
Yeah. It was Longbird.
Gravity's not kind, but you can fight the fashion. Believe me, it won't become Longbird if you actually exercise. But yeah.
And then it's like a couple of days after. No, not a couple of days. About a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks after I got my tat, one of the girls that I was stationed there at Corey Station with, she wanted to get a tattoo. She wanted a little unicorn head at the very small of her back, right there at where the spine and tailbone.
Why? For how come you want tramp stamp? No.
And she asked me if I would go with her so that she could hold my hand to squeeze it if it hurt. Because some people some people take pain really, really well, and other people not so much.
If it hurts, they're not doing it right.
Yeah. And her nickname, as a result of getting her tattoo, became Giggles, because she literally giggled the entire time.
He was hitting a nerve, and that's it should either tickle or at the very most cause a nerve to twitch to pull muscles.
Mm-hmm.
And you have a little bit of pain from the muscles constantly being active through the whole tattooing process, but the process itself does not hurt.
Yeah. Well, it's like when I got my shoulder piece here, it was as the guy was outlining it and then filling it in with color. This area right here, this rose, this horn, and the word Vita. There was a little bit of a mild sting from the gun as he was doing this area.
It's a machine, not a gun. Guns have bullets.
But the rest of it felt like he was placing like a vibrator against my arm. It's what it felt like. That's
all it should feel like. And like you were saying, Kevin, about getting tattoos dressed, my grandfather was in the Navy, and they had leave, and he went up on shore and got a tattoo, and he got a naked pinup girl on his upper arm. And he came back, and they were basically getting dressed down and checked out before they were shipping off, and they had their summer clothes on, so they had short sleeve shirts on. Mm-hmm. And his commanding officer could see there was a bandage slightly sticking out underneath. Walked up, smacked him on the arm, like, "Hey, you went and got tattooed, boy," and ripped the bandage off of it. And then smacked him again because the girl was naked, told him to get his ass back to the tattoo parlor and get some clothes put on. So he got slapped twice and got re-tattooed.
Oh, wow.
Oh, in the same day. So he had this big black mark on his arm for like 2 weeks after. And that was his. He got plenty more after that, but that was his first tattoo story that he ever told me. I will be right back. That is my French fries.
Alrighty. And I also shall return momentarily because it is nicotine time. And unlike Mr. Mark, I don't get to smoke inside. My boss would have my hide if I smoked inside.
That's what's nice about this place. It's mine.
Oh, if this were my house, yeah, I'd be sitting right there at my desk having my cigarettes. Unfortunately, I rent a room in the office area of work. So, yeah, I live at work.
You gotta,
So in a
gotta
way,
follow the rules.
you could say I work from home.
So do I.
Yeah, that's what my dad said, Mike. Like he could feel it, but it didn't hurt. But it felt weird. He said.
The dragons on my back, I fell asleep through that one.
Yeah. My dad also, I think he's using it as an opportunity because he got his done when he was really, not really young, but yeah, he was younger because he used to have Tasmanian devil right there. And as he got older, he didn't like it, so he had it covered up. And he needs to go back through and get it redone.
That's what mine
It needs
is Tasmanian devil hanging onto the Bugs Bunny's head, cut off.
He needs the halo. He had like a halo around his head, and the halo's kind of, it needs brightened up almost. It's because my dad's so tan right there, you can't really see the halo anymore.
Mine was done by a Hell's Angel sitting in a safe house when I was like 16. There was a bunch of us. We were from high school. We were sitting in there, and Rocky was doing whatever he was doing. And then, yeah, he's like, I'm fucking bored. So, and there was like 5 or 6 of us playing video games, sitting in this safe house. And, well, what do you want to do, Rocky? He looks at me and he goes, you ever want a tattoo? Yeah, why? You got a picture of what you want? Yeah. So I gave him the picture. He redrew it, resized it, because I drew the picture like, huge picture in my drawing book. So he resized it and sat there and tattooed. Away he went.
How the hell did you end up sitting in a Hell's Angel safe house playing video games?
Yeah, we know. Well, where I used to live, I knew most of the Hell's Angels. Like,
And tattoos
and
used
then
to
as
be
I
a biker thing, so.
yeah. And back when I was, 15, 16, I mean, you knew anybody and everybody back around there. I mean, shit, you go to the strip club. There was a strip club we used to go to that was owned by the Hells Angels. And if you go to the basement, which of course you weren't allowed to unless, you were part of it or whatever. But that was where most of the drugs and the
members
money
only
were.
zone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Playing pool for money, playing cards, shooting craps. All the back alley stuff was downstairs or in some houses upstairs.
And what was funny is that strip joint was in the parking lot of a major shopping mall.
Ours was next to a restaurant, and 2 blocks down there was a bar, and then the tattoo shop was around the corner. And the clubhouse, the Coffin Clubhouse, was probably about a mile and a half away, just outside of town. I actually drove past that house the other day when I went out to my mom's. Still there, still belongs to the club.
Yeah. No, this one's long gone.
Yeah, this house has been there for. The house itself is around 100 years old, and the club's been in it since the 60s.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Showgirls was a nice place.
Crappy movie though.
Boom. Jimmy's back. Here comes Jimmy.
Wrong button.
Oops.
I meant to go to more and go to settings. I ended up hitting leave.
I don't know how many times I've done that. Trying to click something else on the screen and hit the X. It's like shit.
Yeah. I need to figure out how to make all the buttons on this phone bigger. I got fat sausage fingers. Every time I go to hit a button, I'll hit like 4 buttons.
Some phones have I think it's in like accessibilities or something, where it's settings for like bigger font and stuff like that for seniors, and
Yeah, it should be under
most phones
accessibility.
have it.
Settings
Yeah.
and accessibility. Click on settings and scroll till you see it says where it says accessibility. It may not be like a main title, but it'll be a subtitle of one of the options that appear in the list.
Yeah. I know my brother knows how to do it. He had to do it on my
Go
dad's
through
phone
there,
too.
take a look at it, and see what you can find.
Yeah.
Best way to learn about your phone is searching around in it.
But you do that when you first get the phone. This way, if you hit the wrong damn thing and you try to erase something, there's nothing on your phone to erase. Or if you accidentally hit factory reset, oops, there goes everything.
My factory reset
always
mine
do
every
it with-
so often as a habit because there's always so much crap in it. I offload all of my stuff that I save, any pictures I take, as soon as I come home.
Yeah.
And my phone connects to my Wi-Fi, it goes to my Dropbox. So it all gets stored.
Yeah, I got to do a dump on mine,
periodically
take
go
all the
through
pictures
that,
off.
get rid of it. Because there's all kinds of dumb stuff ends up in there, like memes I save to share on Facebook. I don't want to save that stuff, forever.
Yeah, something I should do. Take everything off that I want to keep and save and blah, 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 and then just do a reset on the phone.
Yep, it basically is a mini computer, so it needs to reset once in a while. And you know what really irks the shit out of me is every time you get a supposed security update, they add apps.
Yeah.
Where in the word security update do you hear game? I don't want your free games. Stop. I shouldn't have to delete shit out of my phone after a security update.
Yeah, Dad hates it every time there's an update. Things change, things move around, and he just got used to the last one.
They change what the buttons look
Yeah.
like. They don't change anything. You do the same thing to the phone updates that they do on Windows. Just keep picking at shit and moving it around. That's it. While there might be some little things in there that are important for security, it's mostly garbage.
Yeah. Oh, we've been fighting with Dad's bank. Holy Christ. They did a complete freaking redo of their system, and it changed the phone app. It changed all kinds of stuff. So it took us about 3 days of fighting with the bank and talking with them and this and that and where's this and how it wouldn't let them sign in. Just all kinds of stuff. And Dad's just freaking. I finally got everything straightened out for him, but still, he doesn't like the new app, and things are.
And I'm sure there was no reason to make the changes they did.
No. And it's like my bank, they haven't, there's a couple of updates, but They don't go
Yeah, my
changing
credit
everything.
union doesn't. They don't usually change anything. Ev- Every few years, like 5, 5 or so years, maybe a little longer, they'll change the way
You
things
must be,
are.
you must be with the same, well, kind of the same company that Dad's with. Dad's with Service Credit Union.
No. Credit
Canada
unions
merged
are.
Canada merged them together. It used to be Service and Credit Union, and I think there was a third one, and they merged
Yeah,
them
I'm
together
sure.
in some of the provinces.
Yeah,
So
my
some of
cousin
them are
had a
called
problem with that
Service.
when they did the merger. She had problems like you guys were having, and worse.
Yeah.
That's some fried chicken.
The thing is, they only merged them in some of the provinces. So, like
Yeah,
Alberta, where Dad's from, they merged all the banks together, the Service Credit Union, blah
yeah.
blah blah.
My
But out
my
here,
credit union is completely separate from other groups of credit unions. It's part of the University of
yeah.
Michigan.
But here in New Brunswick, the credit union isn't connected with the ones in Alberta. So when Dad went here to try and get this shit figured out, they couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's
They couldn't
dumb.
help.
I don't know what they don't think before they change things. I'll be right back again.
We'll be left
And
front.
I'm with the Bank of Nova Scotia, but they're all across Canada, so no big deal. Well, at least these frame rails are fairly straight, not twisted. They're always a little bit off, but I've seen some where you could pretzels were straighter.
Especially those old AMT multi-part rig frames. Oh God.
Yeah, like these ones. These ones here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I said these ones are actually fairly straight. And I've seen some where pretzels were straighter,
Yes, sir.
but these ones are nice. These ones are actually fairly nice. Anybody's welcome to join in if they want. I've got 2 more spots. I can drop the link again if anybody wants to jump in. Mike? Evan?
Kevin. Fafa done said he's a little tired, so he won't be, but
Yeah, he's just trolling the chat tonight.
Yeah,
Well,
dude,
is a bit
he's
of
sick of
troll.
talking to just me and Ed.
I mean
Whoa. What is it? Almost 10 o'clock, eh? 9:58. Try and get some of this frame done and then maybe call her a night. Been going since 6 o'clock this morning, so.
wow, you 2 hours ahead of me there, Mark.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's only 7:58 here. Well, 7:59 now.
Yeah.
That's 7 here too.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why my space is so cluttered up and disorganized there, Mike, is I just keep getting more and more stuff and I really don't have room to put it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, I do the video for Jason. I'm not going to clean anything. I'm just going to leave it the way it is. I got parts and boxes laying on the floor next to my chair for easy grab parts and stuff. And, yeah.
Whereas me, I've got my stash on a shelf behind me. I've got part of my stash kind of sitting over here to my left. I've got part to my right and over on the side, and I got some way over there on the other side of my room, and I got stuff everywhere.
You know how pissy some people get when you do this?
I just
And
pull
you
it off
don't
the
use
tree.
You don't bother using
you don't
your
yeah, you don't use
screw cutters.
you don't use the screw cutters. People are like,
Yeah,
you're gonna wreck that. You know, shut up. I'll do it my way, you do it your way.
I'm gonna do it the way I want to do it. Kiss my ass, and not the good way.
You don't like the way I do it? You know where the unsubscribe button is. Start clicking.
Hey, just take your knife
Why
after
do
you
I
do it
have
and cut
some?
that little access off it.
Right.
Or you can use your fingernail.
Either that
It's almost
or a nail file, or a little bit of sandpaper.
no right there. I actually had to look where it was actually connected because I couldn't see it. It broke it off that clean.
Wow.
Same thing with this one. Just barely a scrape with the knife, and you've got nothing there.
Yeah.
Okay, why do I have 102, 104, and 103? Okay, I see. And I'm not sure if he's talking to us or what.
I have no idea.
I've got more flash on this than tearing it off did damage. Like there's that no damage done from tearing it off the way I just did, but there's more
Yeah.
flash than there is damage. So, don't tell. I mean, we did it all our lives as a kid,
Right.
Then we were eventually granted hobby knives. Okay,
Yeah.
you're old enough now; you can start using the knives. So then we started cutting them off.
Yeah. Whereas me, the
It wasn't
first
until
tool,
we're 30s and 40s that we started using freaking screw cutters.
yeah. Whereas me, the first tool I ever used for cutting parts off of sprue, pair of nail clippers.
I never even used those. I had a belt knife.
I don't have mine in these jeans. They're in my pocket knives are still in my work jeans, as well as my belt and my buck knife that I wear on my belt. But
That's what I got. It's a little camo buck knife. Had that damn thing forever.
yeah. Oh, mine's not the little camo buck knife. Mine's the 118.
Oh, damn. Hey, where's mine now? Sorry. Damn it, where my jeans?
Yeah, I had a buck knife, an actual buck knife, and yeah, that's what I used for a while. I mean, the thickness of that blade was like trying to cut with a butter knife.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
How thick
No, I
the blade
walk
was.
around with this on my right hip.
Damn. I just got this thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something apart.
I mean,
Yeah.
I ain't
Mine
sharpened
over
it in a
here.
while. Need to, because it's dull. It won't. It's getting to where it's having a real hard time cutting tape and plastic bags. And that's all. This is while I'm at work, and I need to open up a box that's taped closed, or open up a plastic bag.
Like this one?
This is what I open it with.
Like that?
Yeah, I got something about that size. I got a couple about that size. Let me see if I can find them.
That's only one of many hundreds that I've got. I've got a real katana or katana, depending on who says it. Dad bought it for me, and he still won't tell me how much he paid for it. Got it for me for my birthday one year, and he won't tell me how much it's worth.
Yeah. Then I got this one. I don't walk around with this one on me, partly because I don't have a sheath for it.
Oh, where's that? This one I can't walk around with, but I still.
Nice.
This is the one I
That's
use
a
when I'm
nice
like
one.
in the woods or something. This is the one I walk around with if I'm like in the
I've
woods
even
or something.
Yeah, I got one of those Rambo knives. It has the compass and
This
all that
does.
on it.
It's just silver.
And here in Texas, like that buck knife that I carry on my hip, because I carry it out in the plain open, you can plainly see that I've got that blade on my hip. Perfectly legal because it's not in any way concealed.
Yeah.
Now, if I tried to conceal it in any way, that's when I'd have some problems.
I'll be right back.
Jeez, maybe I can sit down a little while before I gotta go to work.
And
It's
then
always one thing.
one that I ever get around to getting myself some bulk leather so that I can make a sheath that will attach to my boot. Got this guy.
Yeah. Gotta put a set of scales on it.
I kind of like it as is because like I say, what I'm wanting to do with it is get some leather and make a sheath for it that will attach to the side of my boot here so I can just stick it down in my boot.
So you want to make a boot knife out of it.
Cover it, and that will be concealed. So
Plasma cutters are just for metal, Kevin.
So it probably a good thing that I'm not getting any leather right now.
I suppose everywhere is different because here, almost every freaking farmer around, especially in Alberta, they all carry some sort of knife. Doesn't matter if it's, under their belt or in their coveralls or, anything like that. But here we're allowed up to 5.5 inches of blade. Doesn't matter.
Here
if
it's seen as a weapon, even though it's actually just a tool.
Yeah.
Anything could be a weapon.
Anything longer than that has to be out in the open.
Night, Miss Britta.
Which to me is stupid.
Yeah.
Because anything longer than 5.5 inches. Well, anything at 5.5 inches, it's too hard to conceal it anyways.
Right.
In your boot.
So if you're going to try and hide something, it's going to be one of the smaller ones in your pocket, in your coat pockets, under your shirt.
That's the one thing I get away with wearing to work. It's under my pant leg. It's stripped to the lower part of my leg.
What, a garter belt?
No, a knife.
I liked her reaction. That was nice.
I'm like that though. I'll just all of a sudden blurt something out. It's like absolutely no thought behind it. Just, oh, what, this?
Now we don't have metal detectors that can get away with it. Yeah, Mike, I think you're probably safe.
Mike, not exactly a good thing to admit to having BDS.
What? SDS?
No, BDS.
Small dingling
baby
syndrome?
No,
Oh, I
BDS.
was
Baby
I was saying
dingling.
yeah, small dingling syndrome is what I was thinking. SDS.
Yeah, here in the States we call it BDS, baby dingling syndrome.
Hey, at least I don't have a dicky
Yeah.
do yet.
Right?
Our rules are stupid. What their allowances are for basically a folding toothpick. Our maximum legal
Yeah.
knife length limit is 3 inches for a folding knife and 4 for a fixed blade. Those
Really?
are toothpicks. Yeah, for Michigan, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm glad I don't live in
Everywhere
Michigan.
everywhere is so different.
Because, like I say, that buck knife 119 that I wear on my right hip, everywhere. I go
Yeah,
into
mine's
Walmart, that buck knife
mine's
is on my
illegal as
hip.
fuck. Mine is illegal as fuck according to Article 1 of our listing of regulations on knives. A person
Right.
shall not carry a dagger, a dirk, a stiletto, a double-edged, non-folding stabbing instrument of any length, or any other dangerous weapon. And then it goes on from there. I'm not going
Oh,
to
wow.
go into it and keep reading it. But basically, mine is sharp on both sides, and no, it don't fold. And I'm not sure
And see,
of
like,
the length of the blade from the hilt to the tip because I never bothered to measure it. It was made for me, and I don't care.
Yeah. But
And
yeah,
every cop here that I know knows I carry it. So
yeah. I don't think they'd much
and
care
see
for me walking around with my buck knife then, because
nope.
it's kind of long. I mean, it's not the longest I've got.
The
But,
only place you'd be allowed to have that would be if you were out hunting or fishing,
oh, wow.
and it was in your toolbox. As a personal carry item, it's not
yeah,
allowed.
see. The thing is out here, the farmers we use it for everything. You know,
Yeah, it's a tool.
like
And like I said before, anything could be
cutting
made into a
baler
weapon.
twine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're cutting baler twine. You're cutting freaking,
My house key can be made into a
a
weapon.
cow. Yeah, and cutting cows free from tanglement or something, or
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, we've always got them. We had them all in school. All the kids had them in school.
Yeah.
Because most of them were farm boys. You went from the farm doing your chores in the morning. You got on the bus. You went to school. You get home from school. You did your chores. You get inside. You do your homework.
Yeah,
Back
there's
out
a
in the
whole
barn
separate
again
amount
later.
of punishment for having that anywhere near a school.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. But see, farm community, it was like an absolute normal thing. It's like, yeah, whatever. You got caught playing with it or something instead of what it's supposed to be, then yeah, parents will take it away. But basically, if you left it on your side belt or something like that, it wouldn't touch you. It wouldn't talk to you.
Yeah.
I mean, the school I went to, I mean, 80% of the students were farmers or farm kids. The rest of them were all military brats.
Yeah.
And so
everyone had a knife.
There was only maybe 0.5% of the kids that weren't one of those two. You know, they weren't a farmer or weren't a military kid. And so
yeah, I mean, when I'm out and about, the only time I take that off my belt is like if I go into a bank or something. I'll take it off my belt for going into a bank, because it doesn't matter where you're at. Bank employees see something like that, they start getting nervous, and you know that's kind of understandable, because you don't know the temperament of the person.
No, you don't. But the thing of it is you're disarming yourself in a situation where you might need it.
Yeah.
That's the only screwed up thing about it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's like at my store, a customer can come walking in with a gun strapped to their hip, but I can't wear mine to work.
Yeah.
And see that you say that's you take it off and go into the bank again. Alberta and stuff. I mean, the farmers are in and out of there and everything else. It's
yeah. Well,
it's almost like if you don't have one, there's something wrong with you. Like
yeah.
You almost get asked, like, what's wrong with you? Where's your knife? You know?
Yeah.
Oh, you got a knife on you? I got to cut this, you know?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if a bank teller pulled his knife out to pull the staple out of the freaking paper.
Right? Because it's a tool.
Exactly. Exactly. I mean, that buck knife over there, the only things it ever cuts, plastic and tape and cardboard, and because I'll cut the tape holding the box closed, and then I'll use it to cut
Only
the
knife
flap
I
off
have
the
that does
box.
that is my box knife for work.
So, you know, I mean, I don't even cut my steak with that knife. That knife has never cut meat. It's never once touched meat of any kind.
No, that's the other thing. If you're a farmer, well, let's see, bang with the 308 for the cow. Then you grab the tractor, you tie up its legs, you hang it up by the bucket. What are you doing? You're skinning it. You know, right there.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. And then you wipe it off on your pants and you go into the house and you cut the steak from the last cow.
Mm-hmm.
You don't wash it or nothing. I mean, shit, construction. I mean, we're carpenters. We got all these Olfa blade knives.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many times. Oh, you sharpen your pencil. Oh, you cut the bag of insulation. Oh, it's lunchtime. Cut your sandwich in half. You know, whatever.
Yeah, as long as the fiberglass is wiped off, you're good.
Right?
Yeah. I've been a mechanic, greasy hands many times. It's like, all right, well,
all right,
wipe your hands on the pants, eat your sandwich, you know, eat your lunch.
All right, I've been working on this car for about an hour and a half. My hands are coated in grease and I need a cigarette. Where's a rag?
Yep.
All right, time to go smoke.
Barely, yeah.
I have been there and done that.
Black marks on the cigarette and everything else. Oh, well, whatever.
Yeah. It's just a little bit of grease. It ain't going to hurt you.
That's why we don't get sick.
Exactly.
Because, I mean, we've eaten and ingested so many germs. Germs and dirt and everything else that, okay, what's a cold going to do? Yeah, I've eaten worse than that.
Right.
I mean, some of us have ex-wives that couldn't cook. So, I mean, yeah, we don't get sick.
Well, it's like with my
city
ex-wife.
slickers on the other. Yeah, the city slicker kids, though, they're sick every time they turn a corner.
Yeah. because they don't get to play in the dirt and in the mud and get their hands greasy working on the truck or the tractor. You know, they don't
Right.
drink from the garden hose.
When we were 10, 8 and 10, I remember getting in trouble from mom because she'd come home, go to the bathroom, and here's 5 turtles, those red-eared box-eared turtles
Floating around in the sink.
sitting in the tub.
Yep.
In the tub.
Yep.
You know, get those things out of here, Buff.
I
Mom,
don't know how
no,
many
get
times
them
I got
outside.
scolded for bringing animals home. Garter snakes,
Uh-huh.
snails, spiders,
Tadpoles.
tadpoles.
Tadpoles and
Tadpoles I was
turtles.
allowed to keep if I kept
You know
them in a
those-
bucket and got rid of them when they turned into frogs.
Yeah.
I had to take them back to the pond when they turned into frogs.
And you know those red-eared box turtles, right?
Mhm.
They have that red stripe on the side of their
The
head.
sliders, yeah.
I think they're called red-eared box turtles or something, or some places
Yeah,
call
they're
them
called
sliders.
red sliders. Yeah.
I saw one in a pet store in Alberta. I was like, oh, cool, look, one of those, eh? And I figured maybe they're selling it for like $20, right? So how much for the turtle? $800. I laughed at him. He goes, what? I said, you want $800 for a turtle I can go and catch in the goddamn creek?
Pick up yeah.
Because I used to catch them all the time. Yeah, I used to catch them all the time in Ontario. This is, I go out and catch 40 of the suckers in a day. This is, if I knew they were that much now, I would have kept them all.
And the reason they're that much is because of they're bred in captivity. They're not retrieved from the wild.
Get well soon, brother.
Oh, jeez. Poor baby got man flu.
Oh, get better there, buddy. He sounded a little rough there the other night when Jeff was on.
Yeah, a little bit.
But yeah, we used to catch all kinds of things. Get in trouble because you're walking through the creek with your shoes on, coming back, squish, 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 squish.
I used to take my shoes off, and if I didn't leave them on the porch at home, the strings would be tied together and they'd be over my shoulder. My pants rolled up to my knees. That way, if I was in the water, I wouldn't get completely drenched, and my shoes weren't getting trashed.
Well, thing is, a lot of the times it was like 5 or 6 of us on our BMX bikes. We were gone all day, and we'd come across this creek, and it's like, sure, now you're playing in the creek, and of course the old shin ripper pedals that are on those bikes.
Yeah.
You weren't riding around. You weren't riding around with no shoes on. That's for sure.
I probably would have been. Then again, I walk around on rocks. Like most people wear shoes on pavement. So
yeah, I'm a total barefooter. I only put shoes on when I absolutely don't have a choice.
Exactly.
When it's super uber cold and when I have to go to work, I can't work barefoot.
Or like if
when
I
the dogs come in,
or go to Walmart or something like that, I've got a pair of clogs that I keep in my truck just so I can have a pair of shoes to put on, so I can go into that convenience store, or Walmart, or whatever. But otherwise, even while driving, I'm barefoot.
Yep. Slippers.
Not me. Like the dogs come in and they got dirty paws or whatever, so you get that little sandy grit on the floor. I can walk around with socks on and it bugs the hell out of me because I can feel that crap under my feet. It drives me absolutely nuts.
I only have 2 things of footwear I have. I have a pair of off-brand Crocs I paid like $10 for, and then my boots.
Yeah.
It's hard to find tennis shoes. I've got like weirdly wide feet, so it's hard to find tennis shoes that fit my big ass feet.
Yeah.
And I started wearing boots.
I can't wear ladies' shoes at all.
I started wearing. I got boots when I did landscaping, and I just never quit wearing them.
Yeah. I mean,
when I was in construction, I had
the boot that I held up on screen just a little bit ago. That's one of my work boots, and in the morning when I'm getting ready for work, I'll grab a pair of socks, stuff them in the boots, take boots out, stick them in my truck. And then for going down into the kitchen to get my food, I get my little clogs out, put those on. So I'm not walking around barefoot in the work kitchen. And I get all my food. And once I'm all loaded up, the clogs come right back off my feet. I drive barefoot, and then I put my socks and boots on right before I get out the truck right there at the work location. So, yeah. And then as soon as I get back in the truck at the end of the day, first thing that happens before I even start,
Yep, shoes in the back seat. Yep.
socks and boots come right the back the fuck off.
When I was in construction, I had my steel-toed work boots. I go home, I have my running shoes. When I went out, I had my cowboy boots. And it's pretty much the same now. I've got my steel-toed rubber boots for around here, my running shoes for normal, and then my cowboy boots, and that's it.
Yeah, I've got my work boots, I've got my clogs, and then I do have a pair of lace-up cowboy boots for if I'm going to get dressed up.
Lace-up cowboy boots?
Yeah, lace-up ropers.
Mm-hmm. I know
The
what he's
lace-up
talking about.
roper style.
Let me grab my
Okay.
finger off.
Let me
These
guess,
are
you
about
wear
all
your
I wear
pants on the
besides my
inside of your
Crocs.
cowboy boot?
No, I do not. I've never worn my pants on the inside of my boot.
Good boy.
My mom bought these and she got the fancy top ones. Otherwise, I would have just got regular.
I can't stand those idiots that put their pants on the inside of their cowboy boots. It's like all I want to do is slap them with a
No.
straw bale.
Mm-mm. I have been that idiot wearing shorts in these boots before, though. But that was literally just me and my friends being morons somewhere.
I mean, there's a reason why there's a pair of jeans that say boot cut.
Boot cut.
Because
Exactly.
they're flared
Yeah.
at the
Right.
bottom. They're flared at the bottom for wearing over top of your boots, not inside.
Exactly. And I've seen people that will go out and get boot cut jeans and then still stuff their jeans down.
Yeah, they roll them around their ankle and put
No.
the boot on. It's like,
No.
are you fucking shitting me?
The only time that's okay
only-
to do is if like you're walking through like water or mud. Then I'll tuck my jean in my boot. That's about it.
No. The only time you put your pants inside your boots is rubber boots.
Yep.
I mean like ankle calf high, like mud and water. We get really bad mud and water around here. Then I'll do it if I got a nice pair
That's
of
why
boots
you
and
have
jeans.
rubber boots.
Yeah. My rubber
And then
boots have a hole in them. They make waterproof.
I used
Thing
I used to have a pair of snakeskin. I used to have a pair of snakeskin boots, and I will never do that again.
Yeah.
That is a pain in the butt to look after. You got to keep them in the dark. You got to wrap them in plastic. You got to rub them with oil. Oh my God! No, cowhide and lambskin. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've got a pair of Italian dress boots. They're the ankle boot with the zipper on the inside. And they're made out of, I think it was calfskin.
Yeah.
And that's about the dressiest shoe I have. Beyond that, it's sneakers or slippers or flip-flops.
Mm-hmm.
And anything and everything that's on the feet comes off the feet unless I absolutely have to have it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like me. To me, a hat does not need the descriptor of cowboy hat. It's just a hat.
Yeah.
This is not a hat. This is a ball cap. And a hat is supposed to be worn with jeans and boots, not shorts and tennis shoes. You want to wear something on your head while you got on a pair of shorts and a pair of tennis shoes, get yourself a ball cap.
I mean, I've got my duster. I've got my, and it's a full-length duster, not one of these little halfbacks either. Mine's a full-length duster.
Yep. It's the only way to wear it.
I only have 3 hats that I actually Good.
Yeah,
I only have
mine's
really
got the boot, the leg straps on it. It's got the shoulder straps. It's
Yep.
got the split in the back for the horses.
Yep. Where you can snap it around your leg like a pair of shafts.
Yep.
I used to have one of those.
I never did get the inner liner for it though. The winter liner. I never bothered. I just if it was too cold out and I still wanted to wear the duster, I have a fur lined denim jean jacket. I'd put that on, then I'd put the duster over top.
Yep.
Oh, geez. I miss my lined jean jacket.
I
I used
say
to have one that was woolly on the inside.
Yeah, I've only got really
Hard
I
to
say
find a decent
two
one anymore.
two hats that I wear constantly: a trucker style cat hat and a camo Chevy hat, kind of like what Ed's is. And then the other two hats I only really wear if I'm like going out somewhere. Like the other two hats, I got sweat stains and dirt stains and shit all up in them. The other two I keep clean.
Like these ones or like this one. You can see where I
yeah,
grab it
literally.
all the time.
Oh, where's oh, it's bad.
When you're working under the car and everything else, and it's all freaking greasy. And,
you still can't see it. It's turning brown. All the black on this hat is brown.
Jimmy.
Well, this hat's supposed to be blue.
Yeah. My other two hats are my black Hendrix Motorsport hat that I wear to the racetrack, and then the other one I keep clean is my camo Make America
I'm out of
Great
here,
hat.
people.
All right, Miss
Get ready
Marcy.
for work. We'll see you later.
Take it
All right,
easy.
see you, Marcy.
Have a good one. Thanks for being in here.
I keep those two hats cleaner and nice just because those were both gifts. The two hats I kind of just wear whatever and get all dirty I bought. I'm weird. If
Yeah,
something's
Mom-
gifted, I'm
Mom-
weird about it.
Mom freaked out when I painted on the back of my freaking duster. I used special fabric dye and I painted this like sunset scenery on the back of my duster. Looks really good. But yeah, she's like, you know how much we paid for that? I'm like, yeah. I made it my own.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Didn't ruin it.
Especially if you get the good kind, the oil skin, so that they're good and rain
Yeah,
repellent.
mine's the canvas, oiled canvas.
Yeah. Those ain't cheap.
Nope. I've had that thing, Christ, probably close to 30 years. And I still have it, still wear it.
I do have another hat. I have a Let's Go Brandon hat over here. It's all dirty, but that hat I found laying on the ground in the parking lot of a dirt track race. I mean, some drunk fucker left his hat. Like, fuck it, I picked it up.
Well, some drunk fucker leaves his cap at a racetrack. He done lost his cap.
Yep.
What are we sitting at here? 10:30.
Yeah, same, Kevin. It's hard to find hats that fit my head. I got a big head and a lot of hair on top of it.
My stepson has a hard time with shoes. He wears a size 13 wide.
Yeah.
It's hard finding shoes.
Whereas
About what
me,
I wear is a 12 double wide. Big old feet.
what I have a hard time finding is jeans because I'm so tall and skinny.
Knew that.
I
Yeah.
wear a 30-36 unless I'm wearing my ropers, and then I wear a 30-38.
Yeah.
So good luck finding those.
Yeah.
I do my jean shopping
I used to
online.
have,
That's the way I can get them.
I have
when
to
I
do
was
that too.
skinny, I used to have a hard time. When I was skinny, I had a hard time because I wore a 28-32 back then. And now I'm a 36-34.
Oh wow.
I'm long legged and a fat ass. So if I buy them where they fit me in the legs, then they usually don't fit me in the waist. If I buy them where they fit me in the waist, they're way too big,
Leg.
like way too baggy. Yeah,
Yeah, they're too.
I'm long legged
Yeah.
and a pretty big dude at the same time.
Because for like me, if I go to say a Walmart or something like that to try and buy a pair of jeans off the shelf, I'm gonna either get jeans that will fit my waist properly, and I'm gonna look like I'm waiting for the flood, or
Flood
I'm gonna
ban.
get jeans that are long enough, but damn, I'm having to cinch them some bitches up with a belt.
Yeah.
And see, for belts, I don't mind the leather ones, but I like the braided rope.
Yeah. I don't know. I cheaped out on a belt and bought a freaking cheap ass one from Walmart, and the where the metal latch or whatever the strap thing connects to the actual belt, there's like a big gap in it. And man, when I bend over or whatever, my belly will get caught in the gap and it'll like pinch my ass, pinch my bottom of my belly. So I always end up taking it off and throwing a zip tie on the side of my pants. And when I get home, I just cut the zip tie off.
Well, Mini Mike, I've got the notification that the video posted. Let me play. I don't know if y'all heard that or not, but yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, Kevin, my hat like that. That was probably the most I paid for a hat. We went to around here. It's called Mardi Gras. This is like redneck Mardi Gras is what it is. And there was a dude with a stand. And he was out there making and stitching hats.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I had him stitch me a custom mega hat. It's camo. It says all the stuff on it in blue, and then the bill of the hat, on the side of it, it kind of comes down and it goes into an American flag. It was like $30. I think that's the most I've ever paid for a hat, but it was worth it.
Oh wow, yeah. I've definitely got you beat on that one there, Jimmy. I used to wear 10X Stetsons on a regular.
I didn't get anything, Mike.
And then in the side of the hat where it was camo, it kind of blends in. I had him use a stitching that kind of blended into the camo, and I put USA on the side. And you can't really see it until you're like really looking at the hat.
All right, Jason. You have a good night, brother.
All right, see you, man.
Later, Jason. Thanks for stopping in.
Yes.
See you,
I
Carity.
think I'm gonna call it probably call it a night anyways. So I'm getting tired. It's like 20 to 11. So.
Yeah, and I probably ought to be going to bed here soon as well because I got to be up at 4 a.m. tomorrow for work. Not looking forward to that.
No, I don't think anybody ever does.
Oh, especially considering is I'm so extreme a non-morning person. If I have to be at work at 6, or if I have, and my day starts here at the kitchen, then I set my alarm for 4 because it takes me 2 hours to become human.
Yeah, same.
Because prior to
No,
that,
me. I'll wake up
if-
at 5. I'll wake up at 5:30. I'll lay there for like 10 minutes, and then I'm like, okay, I'm bored, and I'll get up and do something.
My dad's like that too.
I have to set 3 alarms. This is my first alarm, and it gets set on my nightstand just right there at my bed. It starts going off. I just reach over, hit it, turn it off. Then I have a tablet that's my second alarm, and it's also on my nightstand, but my nightstand is large enough that I actually have to sit up and lean over to get to my tablet to turn it off. My third alarm is a second phone that I no longer have service on, but it still works for everything else. And I could, if I wanted to, I could hook it up to the Wi-Fi here and be able to surf the web with it. And I've got it way back over here. Back there. Right here. This is my third alarm. And I actually have to physically get out of bed to turn this one off. And that one is that one has the most annoying alarm tone out of the 3. Just to ensure that I will get out of bed to shut that sumbitch off.
Dang, that's the only way
I
I
wake.
can really get up with alarms.
I wake
have to
up
set it
and-
over here somewhere else and I have to get up to turn it off.
And they're also set 5
I wake
minutes.
up and fall asleep. I wake
Like-
up and fall asleep so easily that, like, even when I've got the fireplace going, I stoke that up. It's usually good for about 2.5 hours.
Mhm.
And I used to have an alarm to wake me up every 2.5 hours. I don't even bother anymore. I wake up, I get up, I fill it, I go back to bed, and I'm right back out, sound asleep.
Yeah.
You know, every 2.5 hours. Bang, 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 no problem.
Well, it's
Yeah.
like for my alarms, this one for tomorrow, it's going to go off at 4 a.m. My tablet will go off at 4:05, and then my third one back here will go off at 4:10.
So you're already late for work.
No, because I don't
Said
have
you
to be at
worked at
work
4.
till 6.
Oh.
That gives
Yeah,
me
see,
my
me, I
2
can
hours.
just have a good night, Boston.
All right,
Same,
boss.
man.
Yeah, me, I just wake up in the morning, like, even if it's like, oh, I got to go do this at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm up at 5:30, no alarm, even though it's
Nope.
not a regular thing for me. If you told me tomorrow I got to get up and leave for 6, I'd be awake and I'd be out, gone. See you later.
Not me.
No alarm, no nothing.
It takes 3 alarms, 2 hours, and at least 2 pots of coffee, the way I drink coffee, with the brand of coffee that I drink, for me to become human. Otherwise, I'm just going to grunt at you.
Yeah. See, for me, I'll lay in bed tonight and I'll turn YouTube on. I'll watch a few things laying on my back. If I roll over and lay on my side, I'm out within seconds.
Yeah.
As soon as
I
I
have
lay on
to
my
do that.
side, I'm out. Poof.
And what's
I have
bad
to.
is my
Okay.
caffeine addiction is so strong that I could take a brand new 1-liter bottle of this, open it, chug it, lay down and go straight to sleep.
Well, I've got one of these beside the bed, peace tea. You know,
Yeah.
it's iced tea. I drink it all night. I'll wake up in the middle of the night, have a chug of it, maybe have a smoke, roll over, go back to sleep.
I'm getting bad where I can't fall asleep unless I'm watching or listening to something.
Yeah.
So I got earbuds over
Well,
here.
we
I'll fall
normally
asleep listening to music.
Well, see, I'll watch YouTube, try to catch up on some videos. But then when I know I'm ready to kind of go to sleep, we listen to scary stories at night with the black screen. So, like hauntings and stuff. It's just stories from Reddit. We'll put that on. It's a black screen. I'll roll over, and within seconds, I'm out.
Yeah, my mom always makes fun of me. She asked me one day, "What do you fall asleep listening to?" And I pulled up my phone. The first thing it came up last night, it was the other night. It was Pantera "Walk" was the third song I listened to when I fell asleep. So
Nice.
I don't know. A lot of music like that, I'll end up falling asleep to. Like it pulled up Kid Rock, Pantera, Three Doors Down. Just he's like, "You really fall asleep to this stuff?" And I'm like, I don't know. It just kind of shuts my brain off.
Yeah. Well, it's like my computer. I have the optical out on the for the speaker outputs on the back of my motherboard. I have the optical output on my motherboard connected to the optical input of my 5.1 surround receiver, and my sound is going through the surround receiver, and I turn it up to volume 12 for like right now and just general whatever. But at night when I'm ready to go to sleep, I'll turn that receiver down to 2, and then I launch my VLC media player with all my 50 something gigs worth of music loaded in as a playlist on random/repeat, so that if I just left it playing, it'll never stop playing. It'll just pick random songs from random albums and whatnot. And like I say, I've got like 50 something gigs worth of music on this damn thing. And it just, that's what I go to sleep to.
I still need to shoot my phone. After a while, I think it's like after 2.5 hours, it'll pause my music and it'll come up a little thing. Are you still there? Click yes or no.
Yeah.
Well, that's the same as mine. Like, I watch the scary stories and stuff on the PS4, and it's on autoplay, right? So it'll go through all these scary stories and stuff like that. But after 4 hours, it'll stop and it'll say, "Are you still watching?"
Mhm.
And if I'm not awake at some point to touch the controller and to kind of reset it, it'll shut itself down. So
Yeah.
but anyways, guys, I'm going to call this a night.
All right,
And
y'all.
I want to thank everybody for coming in and in the chat and everything. I'm down to 11 watching.
All right.
And so
Well,
thank you
all right.
all. And you all have a... Say again?
And Jimmy, you both have a good night. Everybody in chat, have a good night. And sleep well, all that
Have
good
a
stuff.
good one.
Oh, by the way, kiss my ass.
Yeah. Back at you. Senior loves us all.
All right, I'll catch y'all later.
Hey, have a good one, guys. Thanks, everybody, for coming. And we will see you next weekend. Have a good one.